So, where last we left off, the party succeeded in ambushing 2,000 pounds of silver that were making their way across the desert as a payment from a rival nation who have war on the mind and are trying to get allies. Now, by ambushing that payment, they have essentially stopped the nation of Karaki from being sandwiched by two hostile forces. Now, however, that payment was being watched by some of the best, brightest, and certainly the most spandexed of wizards that work for the evil nation of Karaki. I say evil; they're just another nation who want to declare war. It's not like they're killing kids for fun, unless hang on, I need to make a note. But you know, they bested all five of those extremely evil and fantastically color schemed wizards, and got to keep the silver for themselves. Now, they received a message from the head of the guild of Icons itself, saying that they should bring the silver back to the city, and they are on their way to do that at a slightly more leisurely pace than they set out, because they don't have a deadline. They don't have 9 days to get there, so they can take their time, they can relax a little bit, and at the very least not risk exhaustion every night. So, shortly just before the end of the session, they camped out for the night a little ways along and were surprised by blights. Terrible creeping twig creatures, cactus blights and vine blights and the like. Now, luckily they're quite easy to get rid of if you have a fireball. And
yeah, the blight surprised us, and then we surprised the blights.
Certainly a surprise kindling. Yeah.
I saw the blight.
Yeah, you did. You were on lookout, and you rolled pretty damn well on perception. I can't remember the exact number, but I think it was above 20. So you definitely saw them coming in. And you made short work of them. Which is good, because the tank, Rosad the Blasting, was fast asleep. It just does that
tank?
sometimes.
Or there's a second tank.
He's not really the tank.
I was going to say, technically, there's 3 tanks in the party at the moment.
I'm just going to adjust.
And 2 of them are me.
That is true, actually. I think currently 3 of them are you.
Yeah, here's the third.
Yeah, there's Gaby. Okay, I'm just adjusting Ruz's camera like so. There we go. We're going to be able to actually see Ruz. There we go. Okay, everyone looks good now.
Can we play D&D now?
Well, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about this square, but all the other squares look fine. Yeah, there's Gaby. So Gaby is in real life a cat, but in the Guild of Icons, a very big cat, a giant hyena.
Yes. In real life, he's just a very old cat.
Yeah.
He's 17.
So, Corin,
you can drink next year.
You've done your watch, so it is up to the rest of you to choose who's keeping watch tonight. Basically, it's just going to be just the players, not the backup group. But which of you would like to which of you would like to take the next watch?
I'll take the second shift.
I think we had a schedule, but it's probably forgotten.
Well, part of that schedule was Grounded, and Grounded's not here, so...
Yeah.
I was going to say, part of the schedule was Grounded next, then Andrus.
Oh,
then...
Okay, then you remember what the schedule was, so you can...
Yeah, I was just watching it this morning.
Okay, well, fair enough.
So I'll take Grounded slot.
Yeah, okay, so we'll go Rosad, Greenmane, and then Eao. So can I get a d20 roll from each of you, please? We'll start with Ruz.
That one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm pretty sure that was also the previous...
that was the previous one.
one.
This is the second nat 1 in a row on determining whether something bad happens in the night. Okay.
Please just
Something
let us
bad has happened in the night.
just let us sleep.
You're not sleeping tonight. You lot are going to wake up exhausted. Okay. Can I get a perception roll, please, from Rosad?
Yes, you may.
I'm gonna mark down somewhere that my roll was 4.
That's actually okay. It resets. It resets to 1 every time. Every time a roll below the threshold is rolled, it resets to 1, and then it
8.
goes up 1 every time. 8. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So it's a quiet night for Ruz. Can we go over to Greenmane, please, for your? Oh, yours was a 4. So yeah, you sleep through. Well, I say you sleep through. You sit through the night. And nothing appears to happen during your watch. Eao, what did you get?
19.
19. Yeah. Quiet.
Because we deserve 1 good roll.
Quiet morning for you. Okay, so everyone wakes up, everyone's feeling okay, and as daylight dawns, you realise the cart is gone. And not only is the cart gone, the entire first team have disappeared.
Oh! Sundry May!
Sundry Garrick is gone. Olorel the Pyrocanthus is gone. That was Olorel over there. Ansel Peters is gone. Hosk is gone. The Guardian is gone. And that one was Ansel. I forget the tokens don't line up into what I have in my head for what they are. So, yeah, the silver is all gone. The cart appears to have disappeared in the night. How would you like to proceed?
Can we see any tracks?
Yes, you can see the wheel tracks left behind in the dust. It was only... well, it was... As an estimate, it was about 8.5 to 9 hours ago that they disappeared. Roughly, not 8. Sorry, you're each doing 2-hour shifts. It was about 4.5 to 5.5 hours ago that they disappeared.
Especially considering they were there to fire up all the lights.
Well, considering they've only got the horses carting that, we could probably try and catch up to them.
Yeah, on an overland travel thing, you will travel at about the same speed as horses.
And I suppose what's
yes.
it called? We do have Corin and Gaby who can do some tracking.
That's right. You're a ranger. You got a beast. You're gonna be all right at tracking.
You're a beast.
Yep.
You're a beast.
Yeah, I was going to say, even though it would cost us perception, maybe we should do this at speed, so do it fast.
Yeah, so you'll do perception checks, and I will say survival checks to follow tracks at disadvantage, while moving at speed.
What about with my perception glasses?
They don't do anything for advantage or disadvantage. You will be able to see very far, though, so if you'll be the first to see them. It'll be like that bit in The Lord of the Rings where it's like, what do your elf eyes see? And you're seeing 2 miles away.
I still love the fact that canonically the world is flat for elves in Tolkien's world.
That's weird. Yeah, so let's get you back onto the world map. Because they're certainly not here, and I'm assuming you're not hanging around.
Oh,
So
It's too bad that Carol Reed never said the words "they're taking the silver to Perister."
right now, I'm removing these from your players. You no longer get these. You will no longer have control of these.
this is what you get.
But how could we know
Find her.
that this team,
Oh no,
the
you
team
took
that burnt down... Yeah, how could we know that this team, the team that burnt down a village, would try and backstab us?
How could you predict such a predictable plot twist? Yes. Turns out a man named the Butcher of Craven Rock is out for himself. Okay, so your current position is we're going to use voluptuous Corin as your current location.
I do have to mention I'm very offended that they would just take a bunch of silver for themselves.
I know. How dare they? How dare they? What greed?
How
what disgusting
dare they
greed?
do it before I could?
Before, huh?
Not before Eao could, but
Yeah.
but before Roscoe.
Okay, so give me a survival check, please, Corin. This one not with disadvantage. This is just to determine an initial direction and following the initial tracks.
Okay. 5.
5.
Not great.
Excellent. And
Oh,
give
dear.
me one for Gaby as well, because I presume Gaby's helping you. And
Yeah.
Gaby
now,
has his own senses.
yeah. So that would that's a check
Yeah.
for.
You're looking for tracks. Gaby's
wisdom.
sort of smelling. Yes, that'll be under wisdom.
Gaby can smell silver.
hmm
He got a 15.
That's better. Okay, so you know how pointers sort of go on all fours and just go like, in the direction of their quarry. Gaby's sort of doing that. Gaby's sniffing the air, going, starting to pull in one direction. You're not sure
Gaby.
exactly you're not sure whether this is the right person or whether Gaby's smelled some jerky or something like that. But there's something interesting to the north, and that's probably the best direction you should head in initially. So, can I... who's going to be leading this? Now, normally we have Ruzad or Eao leading the way, but given Corin's survival, am I right in assuming that Corin's probably choosing the direction and all sorts of things? Or...
Gorin's survival factor modifier is +2. I'm not sure what sort of argument to try to make.
I was going to say, even though
That's
we don't
just one
understand them,
bigger
they
than
can
green
point us
names.
in the right direction. So
Knock yourself
I do
out.
think Corin should lead.
Yeah, we'll let Corin run along with Gaby.
This music's really silly, but it's got a good beat. Not.
Okay, excellent. Yep.
Not to understand about that.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Everything makes sense. All right, onwards. So you're going at a fast pace, following the road north, and let me get an encounter check. So that's just roll me a d6, please, Corin, and I will see what you do, or what you come across, even as you're chasing them down. There's
Gaby, have you gotten
no
rid of
sign
my
of them on the
dice? No,
road
here they
except
are.
their tracks at the moment, but you know, hopefully you'll catch up to them.
It's a 2.
It's 2. Okay, excellent. Let me just roll something here. Okay.
Gaby's come over to help again. No, Baba. My breakfast. You had your snacks.
Okay, so no sooner have you set off than huge, extremely dark clouds sweep over the horizon, and it's almost as if it's night again. It's that heavy and thick a cloud cover, and lightning starts to strike all around you. And the rain starts to come down, and it's starting to churn up the ground underneath you. And the lightning is it's forked lightning, and it's coming down. It's like 10 strikes in a second. This isn't natural weather that is hitting you right now, or so it seems. Anyway, you're reasonably exposed, as you're still mostly in the desert and in the plains, and certainly any of you wearing metal can't be feeling good about this situation. Let me put it that way.
I feel very happy being in fur.
I'm quite fine being in chainmail because
Everyone
it's just like a Leiden suit.
Everyone steps slightly further away from Greenmane, who's in half plate. What would you all like to do
Green
about
Mane
this?
looks at the
emergency
cloud and goes,
situation? Okay.
I mean,
It's a dangerous old building.
you said it yourself. We're currently still in the desert and plains. There's not really much we can do, except possibly keep moving.
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, I'll keep moving as well.
You use this rain to our advantage. Walking through mud is a lot easier than driving a cart through it.
Yep, don't worry, I'm just digging up a load of D8s for no reason.
For flipping off the cloud.
Okay.
And this is what we
Crack.
call divine intervention.
Lightning strikes straight onto Green Mane's shell-like torso, fizzles down and burrows into the dust underneath. You're going to take 24 points of lightning damage.
I'm unconscious.
You don't even have 24
sorry.
health?
No!
I get carried away sometimes.
Do you know what?
I've only
I'm just going
rolled
to-
once and twos for hit points.
In which case, I'm just going to look over at Green Mane and start singing the horsecock song.
Go on.
Excuse me while I roll what
Healing
that.
word.
Just a
Just
pause.
excuse
the
me while I
silence,
roll what the
everyone's just
healing
like,
actually is.
What?
Yes, my healing word
I'm-
is the horsecock song.
Oh,
Of course. Of course. Yes.
Or more specifically, just the word horsecock.
The words horsecock are your healing words. Okay. You are naturally feeling the soothing energy of horsecock, Green Mane, and you're back on your
It
feet.
really sent my asshole into shock, I must say.
You know when
Literally.
you suck on a penny, right, and you get that metallic taste in your mouth.
I've never tried that.
You're starting to get that. Anyone looking at Green Mane is not seeing so much a lion-shaped humanoid figure as a massive ball of fluff, where the lightning is giving you this sort of static energy all around. You are basically spherical at this point because every single hair is on end now. But the lightning is still striking all around you, and it may still get you again. Up to you how you feel about getting struck again, but it could happen.
Yeah, I will refrain from flipping off the cloud. Apparently it takes it personally.
I mean, in a world where gods exist,
It could have been just random.
Yeah!
It could have been just random.
In a world where gods existed, set
so
appropriate
it could
to
have
flip off the
just been
cloud.
random.
Could have just been random.
So it was the Icos that did it?
Could have been. Could have been the Church of Fate.
Okay, how much did you heal me for? Just wondering.
Oh yeah, I should probably actually roll that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That
you're
is
ahead of us.
a full 7.
7. How much?
That's a full 1/3 of my hit points.
How much health have you? So you got 21. So okay, that
Maximum,
like.
yeah.
Okay.
That lightning literally rolled me over.
That lightning could kill you next time. That's interesting.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah,
I'm not even
probably would.
So
Corin touches his shoulder and says, "That's Len." I'm also doing healing word.
Oh, okay. Doing some extra.
Not healing
fair.
word. I've got what's it called? My healing
Cure
spell.
wounds.
I like that your healing spell
Heal wounds.
is
This one.
that's Len. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Well, the rain is still coming down, and it is really churning up the ground underneath you. You're sort of in a mix of silt, sand, and soil at this point as you head onto the plains. So it is starting to get a little bit muddy, but it's not too bad at the moment. It's draining quite well. You're still able to move at normal speed. This isn't going to be difficult terrain or anything. So you're able to make good time, I think. Heading north, and
So-
I will move Busty Corin up
Plus my
north to
spellcaster.
represent that.
Just to check, I'm both covered in wet fur, but still poofy.
Yeah.
Oh, you were
In red
poofy
poof.
initially. Like it's gone down now that
Okay.
now that the water is like soaking through you. It was just the moment you were struck. You were just like, voomp.
So this is the this is the first time I'm actually doing this spell. So that is 1d8 plus my spellcaster ability modifier. So is that the +2 from wisdom? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you got a 7 + 2, so you got 9 from me.
Nice. It's good healing.
Well, at least you have some health.
That's almost full health now at that point.
Yeah, I'm just 5 short.
Yeah, it's too bad
like,
that
if the guild
Grounded
guy,
is
I
sleeping in the back of
the full.
something.
Yeah, it's too bad your healer's
How we-
currently asleep. But yeah, so you're progressing away. Corin, can I get another random d6 from you to determine what you hit along the road? Try and roll high.
I got a 4.
Well, that's high-ish. Okay.
High enough?
Sure. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
as you're speeding along in the desert, you see this cave of rock with a little flickering flame that you can see in the darkness, because it's a little easier to see light in the darkness. There's a little flickering flame, and this hunched over woman sort of tending the fire, and she sees you sort of rushing past, and she cackles and goes, "Would you like some wares, dearie?"
Breastfed as a child.
Please
Well,
mark
what's
down
she
that
got to
you-
say to that?
Please mark down that you have inspiration. Well, I'm a bit past that time for you, dearie. She
no
You look
hesitation.
strange.
She beckons you all to join her in the cave for food, and she shouts, "I've got things you might be interested in."
Honestly, we're
Yeah, I
probably
don't
not
trust
going to be
it.
making too much progress in this rain anyway. And the mud's going to slow them down more than us. I bet
They are
we
further in the mud,
at
so
least
they will be slowed. Yeah.
Can
I
read
will
your
say
mind.
at the very
Is
least
no longer. Sorry.
No, go.
at the very least we should rest up here for a little bit, at least till it lightens up.
Well, you're all welcome. Join me by the fire.
So, what do you have for sale here?
Oh, just free, delightful little trinkets. See here, and she reaches into this sort of. She's kind of wearing a cloak. It's a sort of cloak. It appears to be an old skin of some kind, not like her skin, but as in like a deer skin or something like that. But it's not been turned into clothing or anything. She just got it over the top of her. She reaches back and pulls out a ball of yarn. And she goes, look at this. And she slowly uncoils the wool and then lets go. And it very, very quickly just goes and winds itself back up again. Or, with no effort. What a beautiful little thing. Or perhaps this. And she pulls out a tiny.
I will say during that first one, I'm smiling at Greenmane the whole time.
Is he going to chase it? And it pulls out this tiny little toy sword, like surprisingly sharp, and just touches it against her fingertip, and a droplet of black blood falls to the ground. Or if that doesn't interest you, what about this? And she pulls out this orb, a glass orb filled with white smoke. And she says, if you look closely enough, perhaps you can see the future. What
I
do you
enjoy
say?
the unexpected, the illustrious, and the unexceptional.
Well,
That
dearie,
orb
I've got all
sounds
three.
utterly sinful.
How do you feel?
So you're interested in my father?
Would you like a deal?
How many sins can we see in the orb?
You would have to look really close into the orb to see anything. So they're really. The smoke is quite thick, and it's kind of like looking at clouds. Occasionally, you
smoke made
think
of
you see a
sins?
shape. The smoke appears to just be smoke, but you're not sure.
It's not made of sins.
Not made of sins.
I just have to be sure.
So
we could.
you're not a paladin. You
So-
don't have divine sense, so you can't tell if there is sin in the orb. But maybe you can find a paladin who can tell you sometime.
God damn, why did our paladin run away?
So,
Did you just know this
would any of you like to make a deal?
For that tiny sword, I'm going to offer. I'm going to throw down a large obsidian gem.
Oh, a shiny stone. Well, I'm afraid that won't be enough, my dearie. This little thing, it looks so small, but its cost is immense. 10,000 gold pieces, or something else, perhaps.
And what would this something else be?
A favor? Or a token?
That's grounded, recognize this lady.
A locket of hair, perhaps? A fingernail? Your eye?
Have you had your appendix out?
Or a favor? I trade in all such things. They're far more valuable to me.
No.
Wait, so
no.
I could trade in my faith for an item. The faith I do not have.
I said a favor, dearie.
A favor. Misheard.
Token?
For a favor.
A token or a favor?
Also, that was OC, not NC.
That's fair. I am putting a weird voice on, in fairness. What about you, kitty cat?
I'm good.
And you, the bird. Can I interest you in my wares?
Haven't practiced medicine for years and I'm blind in one eye, but I know a dead body when I see one.
What are you saying, dearie? I'm being
That sounds like a threat, yeah.
ever so generous in sharing my fire to you. I would not insult a dear old lady's looks like that.
I don't have any cookies to give you today.
I apologize. I think she's saying she doesn't trust the deal.
Ah, well, perhaps I could sweeten it. One token, one fingernail, or a piece of your hair, or your eye, and I'll give you all free.
Why are you so insistent on the eye?
Whatever you prefer. I do love eyes.
Appendix out.
I wish we had
Hey, Nick.
the piece of any of those Ghost Dream Fortress.
This is out of character because do you remember whether I gave that lock of hair back to Scarlet?
I believe you did, yes, I'm afraid.
Oh,
damn.
You can't just give a random other person's lock of hair.
Oh, good, because I have this hair lock from Sundry Garrick. No.
I plucked out this eye from one of the guards.
Up to you, dearie.
I mean, she can't prove it wasn't my hair.
Up
I could
to
be
you.
carrying around a lock of my hair ready to trade.
Of course, dearie.
But no, this is going to be a
Either
no
way,
deal
I
for
don't
me.
trust the deals, so...
Very well, very well. You may stay by the fire all you like, for as long as it remains warm. And she vanishes. And the rain suddenly stops. The storm stops, and the fire dies immediately.
Yeah, I think we should get out of here.
Yeah.
You're asking a lot of questions. I've seen your ad.
I am going to face the fire and do this again.
Okay, fair enough.
Rolls 4D.
Knowing that she was the source of the lightning.
Okay.
I'm in a
that's gonna
cave
be
and the storm stopped.
Correlation is not causation.
The storm stopped, and
Okay,
we're on
I'm
a
gonna
cake.
need you to No, you're okay. You're okay. I'm sure Grounded is disappointed in all of you, because
So not making a deal?
she's a huge fan of making deals with hags. But yeah, you've decided to forego the series of possible magical items and keep your tokens intact. So you're free to continue. The rainstorm has ended, or you can stay there. It's a good place to stop. But the ground ahead is still
in the day?
muddy. It's only really just getting to midday around about now. Now that you can see through
In
the
which
clouds,
case, we should probably still push on.
Yeah, I'd say push on.
Okay. Give me another d6, please.
1.
Excellent. Let me just... Okay. Interesting.
I apologize for any party members I've just killed.
Oh, no, don't worry. Don't worry at all. That's my job anyway.
Don't worry, we just lost the Rosette. It's not a big deal.
As you head through towards the plains that open up into grass, the extremely heavy rains have caused quite a lot of flash flooding and some impromptu rivers to form around the place. Some that you did not actually see on the way out here, just because of the sheer volume of water that has come down over the last few hours. However, there appears to have been, certainly at this juncture, at this major sort of ravine, a gentleman is there, standing with a barge. appears to be just ready to go. The water is rushing quite heavily past. It's a 50-foot wide river. And it turns into a cliff and a waterfall to your so it would be to your left, so that would be to the west, about 100 meters that way. And they're saying, "Hey, I'm the safest way across. Welcome. Can I help you?"
A little bit early for you.
When we get heavy rains, I'm ready.
After all, they call you ladies of the night.
Excuse me?
Quick question.
Ignore the Kenku. They don't speak normal language.
Understood.
Did a group of adventurers with a large cart pass by here recently?
Oh yeah, I helped him along on the barge, and he points to this rickety bit of wood that does not look large enough for a cart to have gotten on at all.
Okay. How much?
Oh, just a copper piece each.
That's the deal.
I'd be willing to put that forward for all of us.
Okay.
Am I paying for Gaby as well?
It would be one extra for the and he points at the dog. Yeah. 2 copper for the dog.
So 7 total.
7 in total. Yes.
I'm just going to hand him the silver. I don't want to break up coins.
Very generous. Very generous. Well, get on, ladies and gentlemen, get on, and we'll depart immediately. And stands to the side, gets a stick out, an oar that he uses to push off from the bank, and you sail into the main current of it. You're about 5 feet, 10 feet off of the edge now, and you're sort of drifting into the middle. And he starts to row with the oar slightly towards the center, and then he stops rowing, and the barge starts drifting faster and faster towards the waterfall.
I thought you
Stands
were
there
a
smiling.
prostitute.
Just smiling away.
So,
Starts whistling.
do you plan to Or am I going to have to do it myself?
Plan to what, Mom?
Bring us back to the other side before we tumble over that waterfall right there.
Oh, I'll take you to the other side. Just whistles.
Oh, that's not what we were bothering for.
And the ferryman
just
whistles.
I
and
thought you were a
whistles.
prostitute.
And the barge is now 50 feet away from... no, 50 meters away from the waterfall.
Yet again,
would
in
like to
Bruce
punch
finds
him.
an interesting way to use Thunderblast.
My favourite time. Okay, go for it. Explain what your plan is.
At a slight angle, aiming so I would be pushed back towards the bank on the other side, but away from the waterfall.
Okay.
Could I fire it at a slight downward angle to get the force to push me backwards? Hopefully taking the barge with me.
The force doesn't usually... it's up to you. If you would like the force to start pushing you whenever you use Thunderwave, absolutely. But in the future, in normal combat situations, you will find yourself blasting across whatever map you're on every time you use it. It's up to you, but normally it
Makes
doesn't
sense.
affect you when
Do you
want to
set that precedent?
You can set that precedent if you want, and we will run it like that, and because I love the idea that, you're trying to cast Thunderwave.
It will make me...
Go,
I was going to say, it will make me have to really think about using it.
yeah, don't use it near cliffs. It's up to you.
What's that? Use it on the cliff?
It's absolutely up to you. Absolutely up to you. You can try that if you want, and if you want that to be how the spell
How
works
raging
for
is
you.
the river?
The river is extremely rapid. Like, to swim against it, you're going to be doing some real strength checks to beat it. It's bubbling and foaming now. It's extremely fast now. The
Eao is
strongest of
going
you will be
to-
alright, probably, but...
Eao is going to attempt to take the oar from the ferryman.
I'd like to assist by punching the ferryman.
Okay, so we'll take that as a grapple, so you can use
You
either
did it!
acrobatics or athletics. Now, you've got assistance from Corin, who's giving a punch, which is pretty distracting. So you can do it at advantage, and I will roll the contested side. Okay.
We used to call that motivating back in the military. If you have to get the gun from someone else, motivate them, and take the gun.
22.
22 is fine. You get the oar. You get the oar, and the ferryman reels back and lands in the water. Splash. So you have the ferry. The ferryman's.
This is what you get.
Ferryman's stuck in the water.
Okay, Corin has picked that up from Sundry.
And yeah, you're stuck in the water. And
I'm going to attempt to bring us to the other bank.
And Corin, on your character sheet where it says inspiration, can you please put a -1 in there? Thank you.
You gave me insight and now it goes away. All right,
You've
fine.
got uninspiration. Okay. So, sorry. Eao, what are you going to be doing? Sorry, what was that last bit?
I'm going to be attempting to use the paddle to bring us to the other bank.
Okay, can I have... Let's go with a raw... No, it's not raw strength. Let's go with athletics. This is athletics, I think. Let's have an athletics check. Yeah. You're certainly not backflipping that thing over there.
Okay, that is a -1, so 14.
14's pretty good, actually, and you're starting to make headway. The water's really rushing about you, and it's pushing you back to the center a little bit, but you are actually able to make some progress. You are now, your estimate, you're about 30 feet from the bank. But the waterfall is getting very, very close now. You are probably about equidistant, because you're going fast. You're probably 30 feet from the waterfall now, and the rushing is starting to fill your ears, and I say barge, much closer to a raft under you, is really starting to wave around and weave under the water.
Are there any rocks or anything at the edge of the waterfall that we could get our raft stuck on?
There are a couple, actually, yeah. There's a couple jutting out towards the bank, actually, that you're drifting towards. So if you can push yourself hard enough, you might hit those. Meanwhile, by the way, the ferryman is gasping for breath in the water.
Nah, I'm leaving him behind. I'm continuing forward.
Fair enough. You're actually stopping from rowing for a sec, just to take the oar and just hit him on the head a couple of times, push him back under.
Poor Murray.
He deserves it. Okay. Okay. Corin, is there anything you would like to do to assist?
I'm just trying to think if there's anything I can do that can assist.
When he's going to put his legs over the edge of the raft and start paddling.
Well, I was wondering if me and Gaby could do that, like hang our legs over the side and kick.
Okay, yeah. All three of you doing that probably will have an effect. So, can I get athletics from, let's say, I'll get them from Greenmane and we'll get them from Corin. We won't do with Gaby. I'll count Gaby as helping you, but given you have disadvantage from uninspiration, it's gonna negate that, so it's gonna be a normal roll.
But I had an inspiration point, so technically isn't that just
well,
0?
In that case, roll again. You have a you don't have to roll again. Your inspiration
Plus
no,
that's
cancels each
roll
other
again.
out from
You
the
have advantage
inspiration.
because the cancelling out. Yeah, it's all right. I'm on top of this. Honest. Yeah, roll again. You've got advantage.
And I was going to say, before
I mean, you
get
had
going,
natural 20, you didn't have to roll again.
I had the same idea,
Okay.
but using my hands to try and paddle from the front to try and get us
You're going to try and
further along.
pull from the
Yeah.
front. Okay.
Okay,
I got a
14 for
20
Greenmane.
and a 13.
Okay, so with the 20
That's
and
a natural
14,
20,
14
and-
from Greenmane, you're starting to paddle along. I'm going to argue that the 20 is probably Gaby. I mean,
That was my first roll
in a
before
way,
you told me to
you
roll
are
again.
not
So
that far, you're not that far unrelated from a penguin. So to some extent, you can flap through the water to push you forwards. So yeah, that's working. That's working. Greenmane, not so much, but you're helping. Rosad, you're helping as well, but I'm just counting that as the help action from your position because there's only so many people that can do this.
Oh, can I get advantage then?
No. But you're getting there. You are now 20 feet away, I would say. Which, is jumpable for some of you. If you really try.
Okay, how... I take it we're still equidistant to the waterfall?
Now you're about 10 feet from the waterfall. This is the final bit. The water is speeding up, and you can hear it crashing down now, and there's a mist foaming up around you.
now, how many people can I get onto Gaby with me?
I would say, given they are a large creature, probably one other person.
What's the fall velocity at which you take damage?
Yes.
No, I'm asking because would 60 feet a second be safe enough? 60 feet per turn be safe enough to fall without taking damage?
Only if you don't land, yeah. Falling that speed, fine. Landing, that's when it hurts.
Well, of course.
It doesn't matter what
that's
speed
10
you
feet
fall.
is-
You're well, unless you're using feather fall, you're going to.
No,
you're gonna
I was
take
thinking
falling
Earth Point.
Even
but yeah,
then,
also
I
a spell.
think you're going to take the falling damage.
I mean, you will land on your feet though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say you have 5 seconds
Did
to
you-
decide what you're going to do.
did you
before
make
this
it
thing
to the
goes
rocks?
over. You have not made it to the rocks yet, but you're about 10 feet off. So the raft's not made it.
I'm going to keep paddling as far as I can and jump at the last moment.
Okay.
Get as much distance as I can.
I'm gonna
launch,
prepare.
okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm
prepare
gonna get
a
my legs
jump
out of the water
for the
so I
last
can
possible moment as well.
run across the raft
Okay.
and jump.
Or who wants to get on the Gaby Mobile with me?
Which of you is
Because
the
Gaby's-
least strong, basically? Because your long jump is based on strength.
Well, actually, yeah, that's a quick way to do it.
I mean, I've only got 10 strength, which is why I'm going on Gaby.
I've got 16.
I've got 14.
I presume then it's Eao.
Sounds like Eao.
I have 8.
Yeah.
Board girl.
Yeah.
This space.
Get on the dog. Okay, well, the cat. Get on the cat. Okay,
Get
so
on a very big cat.
your long jump is going to be the distance of your strength score if you move at least 10 feet before you do it. Now, I'm going to say that while the raft is not 10 feet by 10 feet, it's a fair bit smaller than that. Well, it's... You know what? No, because Gaby's on it, it probably is just about the right size that you could. But I was going to say it probably doesn't matter anyway because you've got the momentum from it already moving in that direction. So that's going to be how far you can go. But if you want to go further, we can also you can also attempt that. You will risk potentially exhaustion, and by exhaustion I'm defining here like pulling a muscle. But you can try to really launch yourself across the gap if you need to go further than that. So it's whatever your strength score is. It's not your strength modifier. It's whatever your strength score is. That's how many feet you can jump. Gaby will
so
go
Gaby
across it.
How far is the gap from the edge to the shore now?
You're currently 20 feet away.
I'll try and leap a little further than 14 feet then.
Okay, are you going to try for
And
like stretch your arms out and grab it as you're going through? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and I'll aim for
And
the
because
same.
I'm heavy enough in the armor that I might be lucky enough to get,
Or just sink
towards-
like a stone.
continue.
Could have
Yeah,
just gotten out.
I'm
and
hoping
walked,
to continue
honestly.
my momentum though. I'm just hoping to continue momentum.
Okay. Eao, you're going to be on the back of Gaby. Gaby's going to be able to clear it. So large creatures can jump further by default. So Gaby's going to be able to clear it. So you two make it over fine. Okay. So Ruzad and Greenmane, can I get athletics checks, please?
Yes, you may.
Oh,
No.
that's an 8.
That is
14.
an 8. Okay, so Ruzad, you are able to push a little bit further. So your strength score already was your strength score
16,
is
so I
16.
need
So
to
you
push
only
an
needed
extra 4 feet.
push an extra 4 feet. You're
Yeah.
fine. You're over there. Greenmane, you are in the water. You are within reach distance, but you're just not able to grab it enough. Can you also please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Considering
This dice
I
is
would...
being very rude to me today. That is gonna be, I think, a 7. Let me check.
Okay, you're going to take 1
Yep.
point of exhaustion as well from overexerting yourself. Basically, your hamstring has just gone. Whoo! It's really
Yeah,
cramped.
I'm
because I would
going-
have heard the splash, can I turn around and offer my hand to Greenmane to try and help them back up onto the bank?
You can try that. Eao, are you going to do the same?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say too. Reach
Okay.
out and try to grab for.
You can both try and grab one arm each, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to do that, so the problem at the moment is Greenmane is extremely heavy, as they are sopping with water, and extremely
In
furry.
half plate,
In
and
half plate.
also 7 foot tall.
So I'm going to need raw strength checks from the two of you, please.
And I assume I can't get another roll into this at this point.
We'll determine that in a sec. You will get a roll, but I'm just determining
18.
how much help they're giving you.
Let's see here. That's a -1 modifier, so that's a 12.
12. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Okay, so Greenmane, can you please... So they've set the DC now. Can you please roll me a raw strength check to climb out?
At disadvantage as well, because I'm exhausted.
Yes.
That's gonna be a 15.
You're out.
Good.
You heave yourself up, and you aren't feeling great. You know, you are waterlogged, but you heave yourself up, and you are over the other side.
Question:
Yeah.
the ferryman, is he going over the edge?
Oh, he's going over the edge.
I-
yes.
I'm going
I was
to
about to say, can I go look at the
prestidigitate
edge and
myself
watch
to
the
try
ferryman
out the
drop?
water.
Okay, so you're
much as
drying
you
yourself out with prestidigitation. The ferryman goes over But the moment the moment he hits the air, he slows down and just slowly starts to drift downwards.
Interested in some
I'm gonna
CMAX?
look over the edge.
Point on him.
You're going to cast Earthbind.
Yes, because you said that 60 foot per second, that 60 feet per, 10 feet per second is still enough to deal damage.
Sure. Sure.
So that's gonna be a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. All right. Well, they rolled a 3, so I'm pretty sure that's a failure.
Yep, so they're gonna go down at 10 feet per second.
Okay. Just double checking.
So technically, it applies to an airborne
It's
creature.
all right. They were
Does
already
it count?
They were already slowing at 60 feet per round anyway. That's
So it would have been fine. You could have told me that.
no, because the spell of Featherfall, which is what they're currently affected by, it specifies that they take no damage when they land. And
Okay, fair enough.
that's why they're going to be okay. They are confused, but they're going to be okay. They've lost a raft, but they are going to be okay. Their plan basically was get rich people on the raft, send it over the edge, let them die at the bottom and steal their valuables as they, float down.
Now, technically, the raft is still going after him.
You know what? Yeah, all right. There's a raft about to go over him. Let me just see. What on earth?
And I'm
do I
guessing
roll
with
for this?
Earthbind, he's going down regardless. It's not like he can get out of the way.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Not forcing your hand, but I think that would be a dex or a perception on their side.
No, I think it's going to be. It's going to be none of those. In fact, I think. Corin, can you roll me 2d20, please?
20 is this. Oh, sorry, hang on. I mean that. That's a 16. That is a 12.
So you can't really see this, but what you hear is a extreme. You hear a muffled "oh fuck" and a loud crash as this ferryman's raft goes straight into his face. Right. What I had you roll there was damage, and that is actually enough to kill him outright. He's dead before he hits the ground, which is great because he falls very slowly. Although actually he doesn't. The moment he dies, the spell ends and boom, straight down to the ground. Wonderful.
Which I believe that would count as technically 3 death saves for him, so definitely dead.
Well, no, it was massive damage death. Twice his maximum hit points. So
massive damage.
He
fair
was
enough.
insta death. Yeah.
Does this count as killing an evil person?
Yes.
Yay!
In this one case, it would. Yes. For the benefit of the future, it really is a classic D&D alignment of evil, as in you have to be like monstrously evil for you to get your benefit, Greenman. But this one just happens to technically be that. It wasn't actually a human, so you're okay. No humans will ever give you that benefit. Just as a heads up.
Johnson. Iron Johnson.
Yeah. That was something else.
Oh. Interesting.
That was something a little closer to bloodlust. But, yeah. So, over... well, you're on the other side. It is now, let's say, about 2 p.m. Let's say it's about 2 p.m, so there's a little bit more of the day to go. Can I have another d6, please, Corin? And can we have something higher than a 3?
We have exactly a 5.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's nice. That's nice. Let's have a look.
Our encounter rolls have not been that great.
No, I've rolled this one before, but I kind of want to do it again just because it was fun last time. You see a familiar sight on the side of the road. It's an old wagon with a colourful stripes patterns all over it, and a little sign on the side in the shape of an alchemy flask. And there, in strange, brightly coloured robes and a completely bald head, is a very intellectual-looking gentleman who greets you and goes, "Friends! Friends! Friends!
Ah, friend.
Can I interest you in any potions?"
Do you got any new potion?
Oh, you know I've got new potions. But be careful, they are very powerful.
Only the finest.
So
we returned from battle, so we don't need your strongest potions, but what have you got?
Well, if you don't want my strongest potions, Traveler...
Don't listen to that one. What's your strongest?
Oh, you'll see my strongest potion. My strongest potion would kill you, Traveler. Brings out another free vials, and a jar that looks very much like dirt is one of them. So that's still there. Very powerful, this one. Very powerful, this one. The other two, I've got a little random generator that I use for this because it's fun that way. Okay, so the other two are... Okay, interesting. Okay, that one's nice. Right. You find this sort of thin vial, and it has a very sort of, it's a rose-hued, bubbly liquid. Looks like it's been carbonated almost, so it's fizzing lightly, and you can see all the bubbles just trickling up. Very, very thin bubbles, not like a soda, more like a champagne or something. And inside that, there's a little bubble shaped like a heart that you can see. And yeah, so that's the first one. The second one is a really big spherical bottle, and in it, an eyeball is bobbing in yellowish liquid, and sort of it's constantly turning to look all around. And yeah, the third one really does just look like a jar of dirt.
So what do these first two do?
Well, this one's fantastic. A personal favourite of mine. You'll love it. This one over here, though, the big one, tastes disgusting, but very good for those in the know, if you get my meaning.
Mm-hmm. And the small one?
The jar of dirt?
No, this one, the vial.
Oh, the one that was the first one, the one that you'll love.
Uh-huh.
You know, you were very angry at me when I referred to the jar that you referred to as a jar of dirt as a jar of dirt.
Yes, I was referencing you.
It was a callback.
Clearly.
That was 100% intended by the DM.
So, what are the prices on these?
The first one, the little thin vial, that's 50 gold pieces. The larger one with the eyeball in it, that is 300 gold pieces. But it's worth it. Looks over at the Tiefling rogue, grounded, and who's raising a bottle and trying to get his attention. No refunds. You've made your purchase. No refunds.
I think this is a bit too expensive for me. I apologize.
Well, can't be helped. Anyone else interested?
I don't trust you. too close.
So
to
you're
the druid.
interested in my father?
It's nice
How
to
much
meet
is
you
the jar
again,
of dirt?
Mr. Orc. What is it with adventurers? How much did you say?
This
Yes, how much is the jar of dirt?
The jar of dirt. Why, it's...
Oh, it was 3,000, wasn't it?
Yes,
Something ridiculous
3,000
like that.
gold pieces for that one. It's quite
that's-
a potent
these-
little minx.
I must say, these are unfortunately all out of my budget. So.
You know, shame none of us actually just have another jar of dirt that we could swap it out for and see what the deal is. But
It is
If
also...
only any of us actually had a jar.
yeah.
Can't be helped. If you've not got any money, clearly you need to be going on some better adventures.
still in the middle of our current one. We haven't gotten
Don't
paid yet.
suppose
Clean
you
his-
saw anyone go past with a large cart full of silver?
I might have. What's it to you?
That's our money.
You're having a very bad day, I take it.
I've been hit by lightning this morning.
Ooh. Well,
So yeah.
lightning struck. That is interesting. You know, I might be interested in a lock of that hair. Perhaps we could do a deal.
Is this alchemist going to start cackling?
No, this is a different deal, don't worry. Much less cackly, much more I like rare ingredients.
I mean, Ruse would just, under his breath, go, twice in one day.
What do you offer for it?
He whips the tiny vial, the thin one, with the effervescent rose liquid in it and says, how about this?
I lean over. Do it. Do it.
What
Do it.
liquid?
Oh yes, Eao, the fiscal responsibility fairy.
Do it.
Hmm. Does it matter to
It
you
would
from
be a
which body
shame to
part the
waste
hair is
that
from?
opportunity.
Oh,
Corin's adding in.
just some, as long as it got struck, preferably near the top would be nice.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll like get a piece of my mane from the top and
He takes it and he hands you the vial and says, oh, deal, I'm sure this will make something wonderful. I must get to work, I bid you adieu. Information, you wanted information. Yes. They headed in the same direction you're going, but they're probably a good 4 hours ahead of you. I saw them quite early in the morning.
thank you.
Oh, thank you, and rushes back into the cart, slams the door closed, and suddenly the cart just like closes up entirely, and loses most of its color, interestingly, and as steam starts to escape from a little chimney up in the top, and you can hear muttering to himself as he's sort of talking about alchemical reagents and the like. But you're free to go on.
I clean his son's summer house every spring.
Tell me, do you think that my green mane would currently be different in color due to the fact that the cactus stem might not have survived the lightning strike as well as it could have?
Yeah, most of it's probably gone now. Actually, it's probably starting to go black because of the
That's
lightning
what I see.
strike hitting the die and just burning most
Black
of it.
mane.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
get
a- that's
you
where
a
we grew
pirate
at.
adventure soon with a name like that.
Arr! I guess I could go swashbuckler, but I
Okay,
don't wanna.
so you're ready to go. You're ready to go. You've probably got enough time
Yep.
for one more before you make camp. If you'd like to keep moving on.
I
Another
offer the
D6?
vial.
Yeah,
over
one
to
more
Eao.
d6, please.
6.
I have a question.
Wonderful.
I have a question. Are all of my rations still in my bag?
They appear to be, yes.
They made a horrible flaw in moving forward without us.
They might have. Okay, so as you're heading down, you see a vertical circle of light whirling in front of you, in the middle of the road. Interestingly, and it is bright. It is incandescent, and it is flitting through every possible color. What would you like to do?
Just a circle of light in the middle of the road?
Circle of whirling light.
So kind
Peyton
of like
rubs
a
me up the
light
wrong way.
tornado.
Like a light tornado? No, more like a disc of light.
Okay, yeah.
It looks a little bit actually. Some of you know, it is slightly familiar. It looks a little bit like those discs of light from which the Garakian strike squad dropped through when they arrived. So this might be some sort of teleportation system.
But
Throw a
does it
stone
also
through
look?
it. I would like to
Does it
pick up
also
a
look
stone and
similar
just
to
go
what we saw in the astral plane?
It does not look like a color pool like what you saw in the astral plane. And so you pick up a stone and you throw it at the disc of light and it disappears.
stone or the disc of light?
The stone. The interesting thing you did notice when those little gates were open, you could actually see through them into what was on the other side. So either what's on the other side is a load of bright colors, or something is not quite open about this gate yet.
Yeah, no, I was actually going to say I'd like to approach the gate if I can, to see if approaching it would give me a clear picture on the other end.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I was going to suggest.
You can see the stone on the other side that I've just thrown through. That might help.
If you're all getting closer, you will see, as you're looking through, the shapes do start to resolve. So it rather looks like you have to be close to be able to see what's on the other side of it. And you can see a stone skittering into. It's quite bright. It looks like to be some sort of study somewhere. Quite a large, opulent study. A lot of notes strewn around, and you're not 100% sure where though. It's not a place you recognise. It's not a public place, certainly, that any of you have ever been to. It appears to be roughly mid-afternoon, like where it is where you are, from the light that you can see sort of coming in. There's some natural light coming in, but there's also quite a lot of candlelight as well.
I'm going to tell the rest of them to stay back, and I'm going to peek my head through the portal to see if I can see anyone in there.
Okay,
Corin's going to
roll
throw
me a
another stone
perception
because she
check.
doesn't trust this.
I'm sorry, what was that,
Roll
Nick?
me a perception check.
Yeah.
So you peek your head through. Roll me, please, an attack roll, Corin.
Okay.
Ranged attack.
Wait. Perception. 17.
17. Okay. So as you're looking in, you do a quick scan around, trying to take in as much information as you can all at once. It looks to be like a library. It looks very much like a library, but it's interesting. Now, where what you saw before looked like natural light, it doesn't look entirely natural. Like it seems to be the windows seem to be shimmering panels of metal, possibly mirrors to refract and reflect light into the room. But you're not looking straight out through windows. You appear to be looking almost directly at the sky at them. So it does appear to be a series of mirrors bringing the light in. The room itself is round. It is about 30 foot around, and the gate is in the center. It is surrounded by lit candles. There are a lot of open strewn books around. You can't really see the contents of any of them from where you are. And there's a lot of paper all around and spilled ink and that sort of thing. You get a smell, a bit of ash and of saltpeter and a little bit of sulfur. And in the distance, so coming off of there very quickly with your head through, what you can see is one opening. It's an interestingly square opening. It's not like your usual sort of doorway, and it is clad in this white marble. that you have seen before. And that seems to proceed along into just complete darkness ahead. And that marble looks a little bit like the cladding on the outside of a building you know of called the Athenaeum Profound, which is the National Library of Karaki.
Meanwhile, my attack roll was a 17.
Your attack roll was a 17. Okay. Your aim is good enough. You don't hit Eao on the back of the head.
Saw that coming.
I was more worried about the mirrors in there.
I have a plan, and it is a stupid plan, but I'm going to turn to the rest of them and say, continue following on. I have an idea, and I'm going to step into the portal.
Okay, you step into the portal, and you are in, yes, this sort of library room, which makes sense because you know the Athenaeum Profound is a library, or it's called the library anyway. You've never been in. They don't allow many people in, and it's one of the more exceptionally hard places to break into, comparatively, and honestly, who buys books? So you do see that. Again, there's this one long corridor stretching ahead, but if you look around the portal, you can see there's another one going out the other side as well. And it is just pitch black along there. So apart from all the candles around you and the natural light coming down overhead, you can't really see anything further down there. But what you can do is hear, and what you can hear are the clattering of... it rather sounds like bone on marble.
Can I hear what direction it's coming from?
It's quite echoey because of the marble. Roll me a perception check, and we'll see if you can determine which direction.
5.
No, because it's so echoey, it could be coming from either one.
Alright, so. In which case, I'm going to pick a hallway and go down.
Okay. So, you start heading down one of the hallways. And meanwhile, what is the rest of the party doing? Just before we go any further. You're currently sort of staring at this...
Split the party.
You're staring at this light gate. You have your quarry
considering
still.
we have to deal with a Gaby, I do think split the party.
Okay, so you're splitting up. Okay. Alright.
Because a Gaby turning up in that library might be a bit...
It might be a problem.
Excessive?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to continue on.
Yeah.
So I'll stick with Eao for a little bit.
Yeah.
So you go about 20 feet into the darkness, and you can see ahead of you, in the dark, a tall figure, taller than Greenmane, with two big horns, a long tail, and cloven feet. It appears to be a minotaur. And that is actually so it wasn't the sound of bone on marble that you heard, it was the sound of hoof on marble. And it is wandering the corridors looking around. It's not looking at you yet, it's not seen you yet, but it's wandering through all the corridors, breathing extremely heavily, snorting and clattering along.
Like a bull in a bookshop.
Okay. Eao is somewhat confident in where she is, so she is going to attempt to get its attention by talking to it. Hello?
Okay. The Minotaur snorts and sort of bellows at you. What are you doing in my labyrinth?
Looking for a way out.
There is no way out. No one leaves my library Not without the good goddess's permission.
And how would I go attaining this permission?
Kill the god.
I can still see behind me, right?
Yes. Yeah, that room is brightly lit still. And he can see you now because you're silhouetted against it.
Is the portal still open back there?
Portal is still open.
Well, obviously, coming here was a mistake, so I think I'll just take my leave and valiant escape.
Yeah, you're going to need that. Because these are fast creatures. Okay, so with your valiant escape, you can move at a ridiculous amount of speed. I can't remember the exact speed, but you can go fast.
Valiant escape does not give me any speed boosts, not anymore.
Oh yes, no, but it
But it does give me advantage against rough terrain, it makes me immune to rough terrain while it's active, and it gives me advantage to acrobatics checks for a minute.
Okay, so you are turning around and fucking booking it for that portal. You were only about 20 feet in, so in one turn you are able to get back out, and you burst out into the sunlight again. But you can see the Minotaur is chasing you.
Stern throws another stone.
If you're going to attack it, we'll go to initiative on how we deal with that.
No.
I do not think that's a
I
good
will
idea.
say, as I'm barreling out, I am yelling, "Bad plan, bad plan!"
I like that.
Hey, no leaving your labyrinth! if we
funnily
were able
enough,
to hear the conversation, but I don't think we were.
One of the people that might have actually been able to get away with this didn't go in there.
No,
Hindsight, it's 2020.
I'm not 100% sure Ruse can read.
I mean, you've seen his
Corin can
qualifications. He can definitely read.
Yeah, bad plan, bad plan, bad plan. Meanwhile, the Minotaur is behind you going, yes, bad plan, bad plan, bad plan. Is gaining speed and coming after you. We are going to initiative unless any of you can stop it coming through. So, yes, roll me some initiative, please.
I was going to say, I don't think any of us know how to close the portal, Nick.
Well, you never know.
Not yet.
You could have plans.
But I would. I would like to, say, please don't come here. Thank you.
That's not going to work.
Oh. That would have been nice.
Oh, hey, the initiative
Me
roll
too.
is the same, twice. Didn't mean to
Yeah.
do it twice, but...
Okay. Start with your new system, Nick.
Yes, so who had more than 20?
Me.
Okay, what did you get for your initiative?
22.
22. Okay, so it's Corinth. Then it is the Minotaur with a wonderful 21. Okay, who had 15 to 20? And thank you for reminding me, Andrews. I'd completely forgotten I'd said I was going to do this. Okay, 10 to 15?
12.
Alright, so that's Ruse. Okay, 5 to 10.
And that's a 10.
No,
for,
wait, no.
Green.
I got a 3.
You got a 3? Oh, okay. And it was a 10 for Green Mane. Okay, so top of the round. Let me put you on a map. So hold on a sec. Where should we put you on today? You're sort of in the forest now. Enough. Well, you're probably on the savannah. We'll put you in the savannah. That's neat. You were just there. It's going to seem very familiar.
I'm gonna mark that I did use a spell slot earlier because it's still the same day. And we haven't had any rests.
Yeah, let me move you all in.
Oh, actually, will you allow me to try something quickly, Nick? Because I just thought of something.
Okay, if you thought of something, go for it. He's not through the portal yet.
How tall, compared to me, was the female head of the Church of the Quarrelers?
The female head of the Church of the Quarrelers is a standard humanoid height, so probably pretty close to yours. As best you know.
I'm disguising myself as her.
You're disguising yourself as her. Okay. Okay. Neat.
And I will be trying to tell him, no, go back into the labyrinth.
And what are you using to disguise yourself? Your disguise kit?
My disguise self spell.
Oh, disguise self, which is pretty quick. Okay, that's all right. I was going to say, because like a disguise kit right in front of him, he might notice.
No, that's the spell.
Just give me a moment while I put on the makeup.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay.
Just sitting behind Gaby, putting on makeup.
There is your Minotaur. Okay, Corin, you are up first.
Corin is going to go up there and do her scissor attack.
Scissor attack, okay.
Oh, is the Minotaur true now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Because you never said what I did.
functionally
whether I
doesn't
did
have to
work
be.
or not, so.
No, I haven't. Functionally, doesn't have to be through because Corin can technically pop into. But in order to put this on a map, yeah, he's through.
Yeah.
Primary sickle attack is a 21.
Okay, that will hit, yes. So roll damage.
Yeah. My secondary is a 10. I'm guessing that's not going to hit.
That one's not going to hit, but the first one does.
Yeah. 5 slashing for that one.
Ooh, straight across the chest, leaving a nice big
And
open wound.
good old Gaby. Gaby.
Yep. Time for Gaby.
Shame on you. So, Gaby is going to go and do a hit.
Aw.
That is a 7.
That's not going to hit, I'm afraid. Gaby's probably feeling a little bit intimidated because this Minotaur is quite large as well. Gaby's not used to facing something as big as it, or bigger, actually. Yeah. Any other movement or anything else, Cora?
No, I think we're good where we are because we're the tanks.
Okay,
Good to
Minotaur's
have us
coming
in
in.
front.
And its movement speed is high, so it's going like so. And it is going to... Oh, because it's charged, more than 10 feet in a straight line, it's going to use its gore attack. And it's feeling angry, so it's throwing caution to the wind as it goes in and tries to gore at the source of damage, which was, of course, Corin. And that isn't actually much. Oh, that's an 18. Which I'm assuming hits?
My AC is 16, so...
Okay, so that is going to be... Wow. Okay. Hang on.
Hit me with your best shot.
He has.
Do not.
Oh, hang on. I've rolled the wrong dice.
I got 32 hit points. I'm feeling I can take a hit.
Oh my days, really? That is gonna be... that's gonna be 10 piercing damage. And
That's fine.
I need to stress that was 2 1s and 2 2s that I rolled there. Okay, yeah.
Corin is fine.
Yeah, Corin's fine. So that the horns sort of going straight in, but getting mostly lost in the feathers.
And the fur.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the
Oh
fur.
no!
You
Have
always-
I got holes in my fur coat?
Yep. Yeah, it's
Does anyone have mending?
you hate to see it, sadly. The person with mending is no longer here. But with the Minotaur done, we go over to Ruse.
So are we saying I cast the disguise self before this turn?
Yes, I will say that.
Yeah. Okay, in which case I will try and convince it that it needs to go back into the labyrinth while still in this disguise.
Who are you to take her image?
Oh.
I'm someone who has had dispensation from her.
Dispensation?
To take her image.
Big words for a man not in my library.
Yes, but that is because I'm doing the work of your lady.
Prove yourself.
I will if you'll be yourself.
I like that. Give me a persuasion check. You're not getting advantage at it, but you're getting the ability to make it.
I
know. Very good.
I only wanted him just off kilter enough.
For everyone else's reference, that is like the official greeting of that one particular god. And
15.
Apparently, Ruz has remembered. Okay, so that's 15. You got disguise self on 15 on a persuasion check. You know what? I'm going to allow this, looking at the charisma stat of a Minotaur, which is shockingly not very high. He's going to stand there panting and say, "You work for the lady?"
Yes, I do. The lady is the only reason I'm on this continent.
Then why do you take her image?
Well, I had to get you to stop somehow and listen to reason.
He laughs, and it's kind of a big booming, "Ha! I suppose you are right. Well, I will not halt you. Stay out of my library."
I will try and make sure that they don't follow you back in.
Good. Or it will be the end of them.
If they do, feel free to take them.
I do not need your permission.
It would be nice
that
if your
wasn't
library
permission,
didn't hope.
it was a request.
Sorry, what was that, Eao?
It would be nice if your library didn't open holes in the middle of a road.
It does that sometimes.
Response.
He turns around.
This is no harem, and I'm no piece of meat.
Turns around and he goes back into the portal. Sorry, and he raises one finger and he goes, and the portal closes behind him.
You know, if it wasn't for that Minotaur, that would have worked. That was a portal directly back to the city.
No, it wasn't.
Just
and
some
Ruse
DM
can
info.
actually say this. No, it wasn't.
Just some DM info. It absolutely was. Okay.
In which case,
it would not have been an easy journey.
I'm not going to meta it, but that raises some interesting possibilities.
Oh, sure. The library's wonderful. There's a reason it's locked off to most people. They don't survive the journey. Okay. All right. So, the portal closes, and you find yourself still alive. Before I forget, please give yourselves divided by 4 700 experience points for dealing with that menace. Whatever that is divided by 4, I don't know. It's like 175, I think.
I think it's
175 exactly.
Nice.
Well done.
I can sometimes maths.
Good job on that one,
5,
Rose.
6, 70.
Good job on that one.
I'll just put it
Okay.
in chat just in case.
5, 6, 70.
So that was one of the most positive outcomes, and it almost tried to kill you. It's always good fun when that happens.
As my XP is for summoning reason reset itself, what would we be sitting at?
5, 6, 70.
That's what we're currently
5,
at.
70.
Okay, and at this point, the sun is starting to set, but you can push on if you'd like to. Let me bring you back to the world map. You can push on if you'd like to, risking a bit of exhaustion, as in the standard way.
But we might be able to catch him a bit better.
You might be able to catch up to them further, because they might have rested. Let me just move the
In
party.
fairness, if we can be calm about this, because apparently they don't have rations.
Yes, that's one thing Eao knew.
We
We
assume.
assume they don't have rations. I think we take a rest for now, mainly because one of our party already has exhaustion.
That is true.
So it would be nice
I mean,
if
I
we didn't
probably
push
could
that to
ask
2
Mr.
exhaustion
Gaby to
for
carry him.
You could
that
do
would
that.
be up to the DM.
Typically, when you're horse riding and you're still pushing past, you still gain exhaustion.
It's mostly for not the effort of moving, but the effort of moving.
Yeah.
Not the physical moving, but the mental.
Yeah, mental and the fact that you're
The
being
effort
jolted
of
around, you're not able
staying
to rest.
focused. Yeah, I think we settle up for the night and then push on again at speed tomorrow.
Okay. Well, if you're all resting up, you're heading into the plains area. You're getting pretty close to the forest now. So there's some shelter around, and it's still a clear day. Like it's drying up reasonably quickly because of course you're in the south where it dries up pretty fast. Other than the areas that have become impromptu rivers, it's actually drying quite nicely. So you can find a nice area to camp, a little bit off the road, a little bit secluded, and that's not too much of a problem. Can I get a watch order, please, for the night?
I'll take first watch.
I'll go second.
I'll take next.
Okay, yeah, all
there
right.
you go.
Well, let's get d20s from all four of you then, and we'll go in order from Ruz, Eao, and then it's Corin, and then Greenmane.
6.
6 is fine.
9.
9 is fine.
6.
6 is still fine, but it's not very fine anymore.
8.
8 is still fine. Okay. So it's a quiet night. I think most people and animals and all the bandits and all the monsters that tend to be pretty active at night have all taken shelter from the storm, and they're not quite ready to get out again just in case it comes back. So it's quite quiet. And yeah, you sleep pretty well.
Just double checking.
Mm-hmm.
Because Grounded is asleep, do we still get to make use of their Outlander?
Yeah. You've still all got supplies. You've still all got supplies. Grounded's still able to provide for all of you. And
then go straight back to bed.
And then straight back to bed. That's all she's doing. She's just providing some food and then straight asleep again. So you're all able to eat and drink, and Greenmane, your exhaustion is recovered overnight, and you're back up. And ready to make another journey. Are you doing it at haste again? At speed?
How far through the map are we?
Currently, you are roughly where the wonderfully chested Corin is. So you're not particularly far through. You've been going 2 days, and I because there's no time limit, and I don't have a time limit for you getting to the end, we'll actually be doing the full 8 days journey.
Yeah. I think we at least try and push haste today, and then maybe not tomorrow if we haven't caught up to them by then.
Okay, so you're pushing on at speed. Okay, well,
I would also like to bring up that was a full rest, so Corin can heal, and Greenmane doesn't have exhaustion.
Yeah, everyone gets their health back, and no exhaustion for Greenmane.
Exhaustion.
And who would like this time to roll for encounters? Greenmane, you've not done it yet. Would you like to give it a go?
Yeah.
Roll some
That's
ones.
That's 5.
That's a 5. Well, that's nice. No, that's positive. You want high numbers. You want high numbers for this.
Do we?
Yeah, you want high numbers. The lower the number, the worse it is. Technically,
but there's more experience.
Technically, that Minotaur was a 6 as well. Like there was aid in there. It's just you didn't loot the room that it went into, and you instead triggered a Minotaur. Okay, let's have a look and see what happens. Oh, I like this one. This one's neat. This one was someone from the chat came up with this yesterday. Okay, so as you head off, it's a nice bright day, and you start to move into the forested areas. After about an hour and a half or so, you can hear this sort of arrhythmic thumping sound, just occasional thump, and then a grunt, and then a thump, and then some cheering, and then a thump, and then another grunt, and you can see in a little clearing just off the tree line, there's a group of orcs.
Does someone have a trampoline? The orcs have a trampoline.
A group of orcs, and hanging from one of the trees is a figure. Hanging from the trees, and they are taking turns to whack it with a massive club.
Is the figure humanoid?
Yes.
This music's really silly, but it's got a good beat. Not.
From where we are, can I see anything about this humanoid?
From your distance, it might be difficult, but roll me perception and we'll have a look. Actually, Corin
I was going
can,
to say,
if you
or I'll
want.
just turn to the Kenku and go, is that actually a human?
As Corin has perfect sight up to 2 fucking miles thanks to those glasses. But roll me perception anyway. I want to know what you see.
I see that is a 2 with my +1 modifier.
It appears to be a child. Meanwhile, Corin, what
I'm
you
still
can
getting
see,
the clarification from the Kenku.
it looks like a sack that has been. It appears to be a stolen scarecrow. You can see tufts of straw coming out of it and that sort of thing, and it's just hanging from the tree, and they're just whacking it and cheering every time they hit.
Oh no,
No.
a child!
They're mainly for women.
Okay, Corin. Was that is a human or that isn't a human?
No, they're
Just-
mainly for women.
So no.
No.
Okay.
Okay, you can have inspiration for that one. Perfect. So how would you like to proceed?
The confusing part of it was the nodding.
So that was OC. That was me.
I mean, if
Yeah.
it's nothing,
It was
then
just
I'd prefer
trying
to move on.
determine.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you'd like to just move on.
As much as I want to join in the pinata party, we'll move on.
It's up to you. You don't have to do what the others say. You can just go. I'm
No,
gonna
we've,
go have fun.
we've got other
pinata.
things we do need to be doing.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, you move on.
I wave.
If you want to.
I wave friendly at them as we go past.
They,
I've left my friends behind.
they see you waving and they cheer and go, hey! And then another one takes a massive whack at the piano and they go, hey!
See, they're just having fun.
Yeah, they're just having fun. Okay,
Love
give,
D6.
yep, another D6, please.
That's a 4.
That is a 4, so that's less good. It's not necessarily bad. It's just less good than a 5.
Let's go to the pinata party.
Okay. You can see a brown hemp bag. Not a bag of hemp before you are. A brown hemp bag on the side of the road. It's just there. It's just on its own. It's strange.
Hey, free
Corin's
bag.
gonna ignore it.
Hey, who's going for it?
Hey, who's going
I
for it?
think Grounded is looking to inspect it. Not Grounded,
I
Green
mean,
Mane.
Grounded just said she was gonna stay behind, so with the orcs.
Yeah, apparently grounded is taking
Nope,
the rest of the day off to play pinata.
This is too good for Eao. Eao's going for the bag.
Okay, you grab the bag. It's a nice bag, I suppose. It's a bit heavy. There's something in it.
I'm open it.
Okay, there is a
It's not dead
potato in
kittens.
it.
Please don't be dead kittens.
I'm sorry, what was that, Nick?
A potato.
A potato?
Yes.
A big potato?
Yeah, like
if
a
it's very
jacket
heavy?
potato style, like a proper bigger than
Yeah,
my
but the way
fist
you're
sort of
saying it
size.
was very heavy. So how big is the potato? Is it like this or is it like this?
It's like
this.
it's like about that. Yeah. It's a big one. It's surprisingly heavy. Yeah.
Wanna cut it open, see if it has anything inside?
That was
so heavy.
It has potato gems inside.
It's up to you, Eao. This is your potato.
Can I
Jams
give
inside.
negative inspiration for that?
It's jams inside.
Not usually, but
I
I
mean-
will allow it.
It's like a matryoshka,
I mean-
but it's all potato all the way down.
It's a potato.
Yeah.
Eao's just gonna take the potato.
Okay, it's weirdly warm. Like it's
It'll be fine.
It's not cold. It's strangely warm, lukewarm, not
So-
hot.
So it could be that
Weird.
it was recently cooked and then someone put it in a sack.
Yeah, could be. There's no one around.
It's like Harvest Moon. They were just mailing someone a steamed potato.
Could be.
With cheese and chives and bacon.
No idea really, but yeah, it's just a potato
Pineapple.
and it's surprising.
But this is an issue for future Eao, so
Yeah.
I say we move on.
Okay, add a
I mean,
potato
you could
to your
you could
inventory
make a
with
lunch break here.
surprisingly
They-
lukewarm written next to it, please, because that will be important. And yeah, you've got a nice hemp bag. It's nice.
And a
It's not like a pretty bag or anything. It's kind of like, you know, those canvas bags you get for going
Yeah.
to the supermarket. Like
It's a
that.
hemp bag.
Yeah, it's pretty plain. It's not like adorned with anything or anything like that. But you know, it's useful.
You could wear it as a hat.
Sturdy.
I mean, Eo's already got 2 hats. let's not go too far
You
with
can-
this.
You can put another bag in your other hat. So both your hats can have a bag in them. One of them a more useful bag.
So you're continuing to move on, and it's getting close to lunchtime now, and the forest is getting in closer around you, and starting to sort of provide a canopy shield overhead against the sun, which is quite nice. It's a pleasant enough day. Can I have another D6, please, Greenmane?
5.
5, wonderful. You always love to see the good ones, not least because I spent fucking ages yesterday making a load of good ones. As the light coming through. The dappled leaves and landing on the ground. It's extraordinarily beautiful. It's golden and it's peaceful, and it just makes you feel calm and at ease overhead. It's just wonderful. It's just a picture perfect morning. It really is lovely. It's just really nice. Yeah. You continue on your way, feeling pretty good about things. And yeah, you're making good progress. You know, you've got a spring in your step. Everything's going pretty well. And I'm going to move you across the map a little bit because yeah, you're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. And the
Just to be clear, do we
forest
still
is-
have tracks on the card?
Roll me a survival check, Corin, and we'll see if you're still able to see them. It's going to be harder now because it's been some time and there was heavy rain.
Get the rain.
I mean, the rain was... Oh, never mind. That's a 21.
21. Is that Corin? 21. Okay. Yeah, you're still able to follow. It's less the tracks now, and it's definitely all down to Gaby's scent tracking because the scent is still there. Because you're now past the point where they'd been hit by the rain, and you're now into the bit where they were continuing on afterwards. So the rain hasn't washed away their stench because you're at the point where it's after that. And yeah, you're going in the right direction still at the moment. Yeah, still heading along this road. They might well be going to the Sundered City for now. That seems like a fair assumption to make. But, you know, there are other places. You know of at least one of them on the way, having stopped there to deal with gnolls.
Ooh, we should go check on the Knoll Cave, make sure there is no bonuses.
We can get more
It's a
giant
lot of it.
hyenas.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Giant hyenas for all.
Greenmane, if you want to go back and delve fur first in the shit monster, you can.
I was going to say, if you're going to do that, Ruse is just going to go drink at the inn.
Yeah.
Ruse is not going back to that cave.
So you pass.
Isn't that a thing?
You pass by lunch, and everything's going wonderfully. You're making good progress. The trees are sort of crowding in now. You're getting into much more dense forest, and they're sort of going overhead. It's getting a bit darker, but it's still pleasant. It's still nice and calm. Nothing's really jumped out at you or anything like that. Another D6, please, from.
Speaking of lunch, Greenman is just going to be like, so about that potato. It's about that potato. When do we eat it? When do we eat the potato? Yeah, when do we eat the potato?
Grounded's bringing back supplies every day, but you really want to eat the potato.
I will say,
Potato.
once I get a once I get a moment where Greenmane is not bothering me, I'm just going to. When Greenmane's not looking, I'm chucking the potato into the forest.
Okay. So let's say that some point during this
What
journey,
about the potato chips?
some point during this journey, you get that moment. Are you going to do it loud, or are you going to try and do it without Greenmane noticing?
I mean, I'd prefer if Greenmane didn't notice.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Stealth. I'm good at this one. I'm very good at this one. Nat 20.
So what you do is you sort of you launch it into the forest, but at the same time you stomp on a branch underfoot, so that as it hits the bush line, there's a crack under your feet as you step on the branch to mask the sound. Green Man has no idea. Cross off always warm potato.
Lukewarm potato.
On your from your inventory.
Boy, I
Just
hope
to
that
show
potato
where
is an
my
invasive species.
just to show where I and Green Man differ is that I don't like potatoes.
Disgusting. Have disadvantage for yourself.
Okay, that's a 5 for the next roll.
A 5 for the next one. A lot of 5s, not a problem. They're reasonably pleasant most of the time. Okay. As you're continuing on, the leaves overhead break for a little bit, and there's a circle, almost an artificial circle overhead, and through which the sun suddenly beams down. And it's extremely bright, it's extremely warm, and it beams down, and it strikes.
Oh,
did we just lose?
We lost it. Oh,
Sorry about that.
it's alright. We've lost your camera. It seems. Hang on a sec.
I loved seeing the camera shift on the stream. That is a good fun.
Yeah, that was weird.
To turn your camera back on because you're going to be current spot.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. Sorry.
she can
That's
take it if she
Apologies.
likes.
Well, she can't because it takes all the fucking spots on the stream overlay as well. No. Yeah. So the sun opens up. Yeah, the potato took revenge. The sun opens up, streams down, and it strikes Greenmane on the chest, and it strikes your armor, which is looking pretty damn good in the sunlight, glowing and dazzling, and you feel great.
I made myself.
You feel really, really, really good. So, player-wise,
Rather light than lightning.
Character-wise, you feel great. Player-wise, what you now have is 1d4 that you can add to any skill check, saving throw, or attack roll that you make today.
Hashtag blessed.
You only get it once. You are hashtag blessed. But yeah, you just step through, suddenly, boom, God Ray hits you, and you feel great. Unusual, but it happens.
Yeah. Compared to having flipped off the clouds yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you've done, clearly the God of Sunlight is quite happy. There isn't a God of Sunlight, I might add, but, they're
If there
happy.
was,
There
they'd be
was.
happy.
Oh yeah, they'd be all over you.
But you got a spring in your step, and you're ready to go. And you're sort of at mid to late afternoon now, so the sun's going to start setting reasonably soon because it is winter, even though it's quite warm because you're in the south. Go ahead and give me one final d6 then, presumably before you make camp. You could always push on, of course.
We'll check on that. That's another 5.
Another 5. You're getting loads of 5s. Well, that's not a problem because they're usually positive, as I say.
Yeah, this would be excellent for rolling damage if it keeps rolling with 5.
This really is the wonderful weather selection, as I've just rolled blue skies and bright sunshine overhead. What a lovely day. You're just getting the same shit constantly. I mean, I'm rolling different numbers,
and then
but
Green
they all
Man
happen
gets
to be about
blessed again.
good weather. Yeah. You're feeling great. It's a wonderful day. You know what? You kind of feel like you could push on ahead right now without really pushing too hard. So I'll say if you want to push on further, you can do so without risking exhaustion this one time.
You'll do that.
Yeah.
Because it has been a
It's a
fucking
beautiful day.
wonderful day. It's one of those days where everything's just great.
Every day is a lovely day.
They should always have Green Man lead the team because it's always a wonderful day.
It's just lovely, yeah.
Every day is a lovely day.
So Greenman,
I'm waiting for this to backfire
one
on
last
Green
d6.
Man.
Let's see that one.
Okay. 1. It's 1!
Called it.
Had to happen. Okay.
I was looking forward to it as well.
We've done that one.
If it's a purple worm, I say we feed green meat to it and run.
What a wonderful day.
Okay. All right.
It just went out of my hand and just slid as the one.
I would like a perception check, please. No, not a perception check, actually. Because you're moving fast. So you're going to be doing this at disadvantage. And I'm going to say it's got to be Corin. Because of the particular set of skills involved in this one.
Isn't that 20?
Well.
A disadvantage.
Was that a disadvantage?
Your disadvantage.
No, that wasn't disadvantage.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Well, it's still a good first roll.
19.
Good, close enough.
That's just not it. Okay. You hear the crackling of leaves and the snapping of branches, and Gaby perks up immediately, hackles raised. Gaby's not happy immediately. You can tell something's not right. And you hear a growl from quite a ways away.
Interested in sea bass.
It sounds familiar, particularly to you, Corin. A little bit. And in the forest, back in the tree line, you can see walking alongside you, so not staring at you, but walking alongside you, quite a distance away, are two owlbears.
Uncle? Auntie?
I was going to go with father, but okay.
I mean, it's two of them.
They
One of them could be
are...
dad.
Give me an animal handling check for your
determine
knowledge
if
of
one of them
animal
is your dad.
behavior. Not to determine if this is your dad.
That was a 15.
That was a 15. Okay, so what you're seeing here is territorial behavior. You have unwittingly wandered a little bit too close to where presumably they've decided to make a nest. They're currently eyeing you up and trying to decide, you think, whether to attack right now. They haven't made the decision yet. They're quite cautious creatures. But if riled, they will storm in. And you know that an owlbear is a ferocious creature and a formidable fight.
Okay, I was just checking because I was like, I speak giant owl, but that's not going to help me with an owlbear.
No, sadly not.
Just
Well, the interesting thing is, you are a Kenku. If you have, in your childhood, heard an owlbear, you could make an owlbear noise if you would like, and you would be able to reproduce that sound perfectly.
yes.
I would
I
not
think I
know
will
what
do
it
that.
meant.
I was going to say, but I wouldn't trust that you don't make the wrong noise.
This is going to have some character revelations, though. As
We'll do it.
As we're finally
I'm doing
deciding
it.
whether you actually are part owlbear. The rumours are true, it seems. Okay, you know what? The way I'm going to decide this is I'm going to flip a coin. And it could just be that you think you know what an owlbear sounds like.
I'm preparing to run away.
They step back.
Do you know it?
They step back
Sorry.
and they make an exact copy of that noise back at you. You don't speak owlbear, though, so you don't know what you've said.
But is it slightly similar to giant owl? Because I might have the idea of the intonations of the owlish part.
I would say you can get an idea of the intonation with an animal handling check combined with your knowledge of giant owl. So
Yeah.
some bits you won't
So
know.
have I
and
said
some
something
bits you will.
positive or have I said something negative?
You've said something fairly neutral at the moment. The sound you've made
Good.
is sort of neither way. You do know a few more owlbear phrases that you've heard before, and you can probably work out whether they're positive or negative with an animal handling check if you'd like.
Please.
I just imagine that Corin knows how to say I wasn't breastfed as a child in Owlbear.
That unfortunately
Of course
was
you
an
weren't.
8.
We don't have nipples.
That was an 8. Okay, so you're not 100% sure. There's a very good chance that you might say the wrong thing.
Okay, I would like to say something I think is positive.
Okay. Roll me a flat d20, please. Oh no, you know what? No, let's have some fun. Roll me a persuasion check.
It's charisma time.
Gonna be great. Okay.
Oh, that's an unnatural one.
What's the number, Corin?
1.
Oh dear.
As I said, an unnatural one. It was a 2 minus 1.
Yeah. Let Corin announce the numbers, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, with a 1, you are saying the wrong thing, I'm afraid. And you you spot this owlbear, the one that's slightly closer, a slightly larger owlbear, step in front of the other one, and its feathers sort of bristle upwards a bit like, you know, when an owl makes itself quite large, because they can sort of shrink and grow. This is real owl lore coming from me now. But they're essentially sort of ruffling themselves up, making themselves slightly larger. You've seen Gaby do that as well before, when Gaby's friend with the hackles going up. So it's similar to that. It's not looking good. Things are not looking good. Now, does the rest of the party want to do anything? Because presumably you've at least heard Corin make some strange noises. Like stranger noises.
Yeah, I'm going away from the owlbears.
Okay, so you're heading directly into the forest, because they're currently sort of parallel to you.
Can I
As you're on the
show
road.
myself to be submissive?
More at a slight angle into the forest
Okay, so
than
you're
directly.
just backing away.
So I'm just trying
heading
to
up.
path
Yeah.
away from them.
You can do that. That's absolutely fine. What about Eao? What are you doing?
I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay, you're standing by. Green Man?
I am going to try and nudge both Eao and Corin to continue moving.
Okay, you're like, let's keep it going here. Okay. And over to Corin. How are you feeling about the situation?
Corin would like to show her submission to the owlbears.
Okay, one last persuasion check.
Oh shit.
You know what? I'll allow animal handling on that. Because now
Okay.
you're mimicking an animal's behavior. You're not doing speech. You are you cowing yourself.
I mean,
the way
that-
you've seen other animals do.
I hit persuasion and I've got a 15. But would you prefer
that was
animal handling?
If that roll was for animal handling, it would be a 20.
I'll allow it. I think that's fine. That's probably fine. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. No, I mean, you'd probably be alright against an owlbear, realistically. Okay, so it's pretty happy with that. Its feathers are still up. It's still looking straight at you, but it's not approaching anymore. The one behind it is kind of looking around at you still, looking a little curious. Is a little bit smaller, and so they're still there staring at you, but you get the feeling you're not about to be attacked imminently. Is there anything else the rest of you would like to do? Ruz, you're sort of getting into the tree line a little bit now, on the opposite side, heading away. Green Man, are you
this
moving
point-
off, or?
I'm still trying to persuade Corin and Eao to also continue on the road.
Are you just talking, or are you trying to push them along?
I mean, I was going to say,
Just
at
like-
this point,
Hold on to their shoulders and
Yeah, at this point, I was going to say we should probably start moving again.
Okay, you think we should start moving? Greenman, you're obviously in agreement. Corin, what about you?
Do you want
Corin
to stay
wants
with the
to-
old bears for a while?
Yeah, I do. I want to make friends.
All right, what's the plan?
Do we split the party so Corin can have a little,
Death?
You can't understand.
Corin's gonna be cautious. What do you reckon, Gaby? Should we make friends or should we leave them now that they're kind of happy with us?
I will say, based on the rules around owlbears and the like, if you do make friends with it, with the way the Beastmaster Ranger currently works and the way that we've run a slight modification of it, you could replace Gaby with an owlbear, and it would technically still be Gaby. It would just be in the form of an owlbear, because it's Gaby is a spirit bound to you, essentially, and can take the form of different animals if you need it to. But I usually
Would you like
require
to
that
be
you've
an
tamed
owlbear?
one.
Would you like to be an owlbear? I think you'd like to be an owlbear. We're gonna have a try for this.
You're gonna try. Okay, so the rest of you presumably are sidling away, just like.
I'm gonna stay within reach of Eldritch Blast in case of emergencies.
Just in case. Okay. Okay, Corin, what's the plan?
I would like to move a little bit closer to them, but not in a threatening way. Just in a like a very deliberate step, but not like that's obvious that I'm not gonna just keep pushing forward.
Okay, so you're gonna try a gradual approach.
And again, I'm in a submissive
In a
pose.
submissive pose. Okay.
So-
Animal handling check, please.
Yep.
Ruse, you were about
Maybe
to
your
say
butt's
something.
in the way.
I was saying I will stay within like 60 feet just to be sure, but I'm right at the edge of that 60 feet.
Okay, fair enough. And Eao, are you heading off, or are you gonna stick within range?
I'm going to keep a cautious eye on this.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's a 19.
It's a 19. Okay, so everything's all right so far. As you're able to very cautiously approach, they sort of it stamps its feet a little bit, and it starts growling at you as you approach, but it gradually calms down again, and it's all right. It is still pretty determined on having no one coming near its nest, though, and you are approaching its nest in its mind. So you're nowhere near its
At
nest
this point-
physically, but it has like
Yeah.
a kill radius of 1 mile around its nest. And if you get too close, it might try that.
Well, I'm not moving any closer because I've made my approach in the sense that I have shown that I would like to be closer to it. The only thing I'm going to do is extend a hand and lay it down on the ground
Okay. Okay.
so that it knows that
Empty
I
hand,
would
yeah.
like to reach towards it without, empty-handed. But because I'm on the ground, there's no power play in me trying to hit anything that's coming towards me. You're taking my mouse with you. Stop
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Another animal handling check?
It's gonna be another one. It's gonna be a very difficult one.
I have inspiration.
You do.
You do?
I would like to use... Gabriel, do not eat my makeup, please. Stop it. So I can use advantage on that.
Yep.
Please, 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 please. Give me goods. Give me the goods. Gabriel, no. Gabriel, stop it. I'll give you treats. Just stop. That didn't even... It's not. Excuse me. Why is that not working? I clicked to roll twice and nothing happened.
Can you
I'll
try
just
one more
roll it.
time, or
Yeah. Try one more time.
roll a new one? There we go. That's a pretty good one.
21.
21. Okay. So you've got your. You say hand. It's kind of
Kenkus
Wing
traditionally
hand.
have hands.
yeah.
They have wings up until their hands where they have hands.
Yeah, I suppose actually what you've got is a little bit... Now that people are sort of able to see it, it's not really even a wing all the way up. Like, it starts to turn into fur, which is a bit unusual because Kenkus aren't very furry.
I mean, after all, Corin has hair.
Yeah, it's strange.
Which...
Maybe the rumors are true. Maybe you are part owlbear. And so as you extend your arm and the owlbear sees a bit of fur there, it's like... It's a little confused. It sort of looks at it and it tilts its head a bit like a puppy does when it's looking at something it doesn't understand, which, if anyone knows puppies, is everything. And it sort of gradually approaches. It's sort of sniffing the air. It's like... constantly trying to get an idea of what you are. It is puzzled by you now. It's not 100% sure what you are, and it's not 100% decided if it likes what you are either, but it is getting closer. How would you like to respond as it takes probably 10 feet of movement towards you? Slowly, cautiously, distrustfully.
I would like to emanate a singing, humming noise that's a peaceful melody, but at the same time, nothing recognizable.
Would
so
you
I'm
know
not
this
singing a
song?
particular song.
Would you know this tune?
I would say it's a tune that my mother has often hummed to me as a child.
Okay. Right, we don't need to do a performance check because you're a Kenku and you perfectly reproduce any sounds. And that doesn't have to be speech, it can be literally any sound. So, go for... Okay, this is going to be interesting. Roll me a persuasion check with advantage, please.
Okay. Come on, something better, because I got a 5. Come on, advantage. What? Again, clickings. Come on, clicks works. Oh, it's a 1. So 5 is my high score.
That one doesn't go over well. So whatever that was not from the owlbear side of the family.
Okay.
Again, it jumps back. It's not sure what noise you've made. It doesn't... That noise doesn't sound like owlbear to it, so it's not sure whether you're owlbear or whether you're something pretending to be an owlbear. Maybe you're a predator. It's starting to get a little upset again. And it's growling at you.
Corin stops the tune. Corin just lies in submission.
Okay, you're lying completely flat. Okay, animal handling.
Yeah. Come on, Astral. Play with me. That's an 11.
That's an 11. Okay. That is going to be enough. The animal handling's a lot easier than your attempts to, like, woo it. And it seems sated for now, but it's just staring at you. And it's now looking between you and the rest of the party. Like, it mainly Greenmane, who is right there. You know, obviously not right next to you, but you know, well within visibility range of an owlbear. They've got very good eyesight. Am
I able to say that?
Like bow.
You're going to do a bow.
And I'm going to say with Gaby as well. Gaby is going to see what I'm doing, and he's going to follow suit.
He's going to follow suit. Okay. Okay, that's going to
so
put...
he's gonna lie on his back with his belly up.
That's going to put the bird...
Just keeping a casual eye.
The bird bear slightly at ease, because, you know, they don't like cats, and Gaby is large. Okay, Greenmane, roll me an animal handling check, please.
This is what we needed. More people in this.
Yeah, Greenmane looks like a combination of Apex Predators
back.
right now.
I'm also going to be walking back as I bow, like to
Okay.
a further range. But that's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay, it's Hackle's raise, and it leans back onto its haunches, and it leaps forwards. And we are going to go to a break, and we'll see you all in a little bit, because it's almost 10 now, so we need to take a break, and then we will resolve this. terrifying scenario. So you're as again,
number one.
you'll all be on microphone, but you're not on camera now. So feel free to have your break and all that, and feel free to chat with the chat and answer any questions they have, or just sit and chill. You don't have to respond to them. They are terrible people in the chat.
Baba, stop
I
it.
love you, chat.
Yeah.
I love you, chat. But I'll be right back as well because I need to hydrate. Okay.
I'm A-okay.
That's Ao's job is to be A-okay.
Ew, are you okay?
Do we actually have a last name for Ao?
Yeah, Dunwich.
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 It's
right,
literally on the
yeah.
screen.
Yep.
Too bad that doesn't start with a K.
It's only Ao and Corin that have last names. Everyone else doesn't. They're in the minority on this one.
I mean, a green man doesn't even have a first name that is happy with it, but it's like...
I mean, that's not right, Nick. Look at the person at the bottom right of the screen. They have a first name and last name. Everyone
Yes.
else.
God damn it.
Good old E.
The Else family, yes.
Yeah.
We're an old yet noble family.
Okay, roll for initiative, please.
I don't wanna.
And we'll
I wanna
do
become
it in groups. So who got over 20? Oh well, hang on. I'll let you actually roll it first. That's probably a good idea. Okay, who got over 20? No Google, fuck off. Right, no one got over 20.
Yeah, no
okay,
Google
who got
facts.
over 15?
18.
Okay, so Ruz is first. Okay, who got over 10?
I've got 11.
I got 10 even.
Okay, so... and then Corin. Then it's going to be Ao at 10 even, because even if Green Mane got 10 even, Ao's going to have the higher dex. Green Mane?
Probably. This is 7.
7, okay, so that puts you there. Okay, top of the round, it is going to be Ruz. I'm assuming you can all see the map.
Yeah, I'm so curious about the placement. When did Ao get that?
As much as I know that I should
did Ross
just
get that?
run, I'm not going to leave my friends just lying out there to be picked off.
I don't know, it sounds
Why
like...
not? That's my plan.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
What's worse could happen? Yeah, I suppose we'd only lose call.
You might lose Gaby as well.
Well, I mean, if we
if you lose Corin,
Gaby.
you'll lose Gaby.
Those owlbears are charging. What's the plan, Ruz?
I'm not going to use my full movement but I'm going to move closer to the end and basically try and disengage.
Okay, so you're just going to peel away?
I do not think this is a fight that we should be taking.
Fine.
Yeah, Corin is gonna try not to hurt them. Corin wants to be like, okay, my bad.
Sadly,
Really,
no one
it's
told
bad,
the
but, you
owlbear
know.
in front whose go it is now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's running
In fairness,
straight over.
the owlbear was coming for me before.
It was coming towards you all. And you know what? Yeah, it's going to leap over Gaby. Jumps
It's got a fair sense of play.
over the air straight towards you. You've made a very good point, Green Mane. You are the priority target. So, first attack. That's an 18.
What's the range?
He's right fucking in front of you.
Okay. That's interesting. I'm over here on my map.
That's not where I had
behind
you.
the bush over there.
I had you there. Because you were still staying on the road. You were not going off into the woods. But you were further away.
For some reason, the token had not moved from me.
Well,
Okay.
unfortunately, you're not. You're there. It's alright, you've not had a go yet, so it wouldn't have changed any of your actions. So, yeah, does an 18
I am going
hit?
to use a reaction to make sure that does not hit.
Okay, sure. So that doesn't hit. What are you doing to make that happen? What does it look like with your reaction?
I'm just casting a shield spell.
Okay, so describe it
like
to me.
Putting a magical field between me and the owlbear.
Lovely. So the paw goes up and it's like woof, this shimmering bit of air in between, and the claw goes and misses. And the second claw. Okay, that's a 26. So I'm assuming
that one hits.
That one hits.
Unfortunately, shield only gives you +5.
Oh, sorry, that one is the beak, because the claw has already happened. The beak is going forwards, jabbing forwards, and that is going to be... Let me just toss out all my dice so I can actually...
A very
see
aggressive
it.
kiss.
It's a very aggressive kiss. It's coming in, and now that is going to be 14 piercing damage as the beak goes straight into your chest.
Ow!
Yeah. Okay. That's its go, though, and it's over to Corin. Corin, you're on your back.
Okay.
Next to an owlbear.
Am I able to spellcast
Channeling
from
your
my
parents.
black?
You actually are. You're perfectly capable of casting on your back. You can do that. You don't have to be up. You
Okay.
can, yeah, you can just lie on your back and just go alakazam,
Because-
alakaboom.
Yeah, because like, what's it called? Because I'm still in a way courting her because she hasn't attacked yet. Because I want to appease her by
Okay.
not really getting up, but I would like to. That's Len, Greenmane, give some hit points back.
Okay, so you're giving some hit points back. You're not attacking the owlbear, importantly. And then
Yeah.
and you're trying to remain on your back, remain okay. Is Gaby doing anything?
Gaby is going to scooch out of there.
Gaby's scooching.
So Gaby's not going to attack. Gaby's
on
going
the
to.
back, just like crawling away like that. Okay.
That is 9 hit points back to you, Greenmane.
Oh, that's nice.
Yay.
So while you're on your back, your movement speed's going to be halved, because you're prone. But
Well,
yeah,
he's got 60, so he can move 30. So.
yeah, he is going to take an attack of opportunity from the owl.
Doesn't Gaby get an action to disengage, for example? Or is that not an option?
I don't know if he gets a disengage. I'm going to rule this time that he does, because I can't remember. I believe they get pretty much every action.
And again, he was acting submissive before, so he's already kind of like, I'm not engaging with you, I'm just getting out the fuck of your way.
Okay, well, with a disengage, there's no attack of opportunity, so that's okay. Yeah, I'll look that up later, and I'll let you know what the actual answer is. I get a vague feeling that they have a restricted set of actions.
Gaby, can I make Gaby upright?
Yes, you can. That takes half of your movement, though, so if you've used already more than half, Gaby can't get upright yet.
Okay, well, I'll move him a bit further back. So, still making progress, just not all the progress.
Okay, but Gaby's back up,
right there.
and the owlbear sort of noticed that. Okay, onto the...
But again, Gaby's doing that for movement, not for trying to be aggressive.
Onto the party road.
Still kind of
Eao.
I'm sorry, Colin. All this progress is about to go to waste.
Aww.
I'm going to move in, seeing Greenmane being attacked, and that is a 22 to hit.
That hits. That definitely hits. Roll damage.
That is 15.
15. Very nice. Okay. All
Yep.
right.
And then I'm going to dash and back out of there.
Okay. I
Need the
presume you
owlbear?
take an attack of opportunity?
You do not take an attack of opportunity because I have the mobile feat. I made
yes,
an
you're
attack
mobile
against
now.
it,
Yep.
and therefore it cannot
That's perfectly fine. Yeah. So
hit and run.
hit and run. The owlbear at the back sends out a loud scream as the blade pierces the owlbear's hide. And in fact, it is now its go. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 is the full distance it can go. So it is going to attack Corin.
Okay, Astrid had me really confused because that owlbear was just right next to Eao for me for this.
Yeah, it's gonna attack Corin. Try a refresh, Andrus, and it might.
I think everyone should be in the correct places now.
So it's going to attack Corin. So first off, it's going to swipe with those claws at advantage, and that is a 23. So that's going to hit. So with the claws, that's going to be this bad boy. Right. Why do I keep rolling really bad with the D8? That is going to be 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
As it rakes across you.
To 29.
And it's then going to follow up with the bite. With advantage. Okay, that's a 19.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, and that's one of these. That is going to be 9 piercing damage.
I'm down to 20.
Okay, that's its full go, and it's done its best. And we go over to Greenmane.
Okay, well, since Eao did do a full-on stab here, I don't think these guys aren't gonna give us any peace. So I'm going to use my bonus action to curse the owlbear in front of me.
Okay, I'm gonna call it names
before going at it with the glaive.
You're going at it.
I'm gonna name these. I'm gonna name these owlbears. The male is Buddy and the lady is Babe.
Okay, Buddy and Babe.
Buddy and Babe.
So is Babe the one currently on Corin?
Babe's the one on Corin, Buddy's the one on you, yeah. You've got the larger one.
Well, I'm gonna swing at I'm gonna give Buddy what's for.
Don't forget you've got the boost because you killed an evil person.
Yeah. And that is a critical as well.
Wonderful time for a critical. Okay, roll some damage.
15 plus 7, I think. Yeah. So that's 20 points of damage total.
Woo! Very nice. Okay, so I presume you are just bringing this down with the force of your patron
and the blessing. So that's another 3 damage.
That is not to be added to damage. That's
you
attacks,
said damage
skills,
before. Okay.
and
I think
saving throws.
Either I misheard by accident or you misstole.
No, it's closer to a bardic inspiration for that one. But you can save that for when you need it, because that includes death saves, and with your health. Okay, so health-wise, that is now one bloodied owlbear, and it's not looking happy about that at all. It lets out a deafening roar, and it seems to have gotten extremely angry about the situation. It is going to swipe at you outside of its turn. And that is an 11, so that's, I presume, not doing anything. Okay, well...
That's just it being like a weak kitten, just being like...
oh, you. Just a slap. Upside the face.
Oh,
just,
that buddy.
Just, how dare you do this? Run me through with a massive weapon. And stop, I'm sounding disturbingly horny at the moment. Okay. Greenmane, I presume no movement, and we're going over to Roos.
Indeed.
Okay, awesome. From this distance, how far away am I? Oh, lovely. I can stay right here.
Okay.
I'm going to call this one's mother, a gnoll, while whispering in its ear.
Dissonant whispers, I assume, not vicious mockery, because
dissonant
it'll
whispers.
work on either one. Okay. So you're gonna call that one's mother a gnoll. Oh, sorry, you're calling them a gnoll.
Yep.
Okay,
Well, their
so
mother a gnoll, so I'm calling them half
that is
gnoll.
a wisdom save.
The DC's 13.
Well, they just rolled a 21.
Okay, so that is 7 damage.
7 damage. That's on Babe, not on.
I thought it was on Buddy.
Oh, was it on Buddy?
30 did a buddy.
Somebody.
On Buddy. Okay, so that's 7 damage. All right, very nice. Okay, it is going to take an attack outside of its turn at Green Mate. That is a hit. It's 24.
Frenzied.
That hits.
And that's a claw strike coming through, and that is going to be 10 slashing damage. Okay. With Ruz done, we actually go over to Buddy. It's Buddy's go. Buddy's giving it to you, I'm afraid, Greenmane. You are its current object of affection. You're right in front of it, and it's ready to go. Okay, so it is going to give you the beak first, and that is a 17.
I'm gonna shield again.
You're going to shield? Okay, so that one doesn't hit. As the shimmering magic just blocks it. And the claws, that is a 14.
Doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit. So you're okay. Well, I say you're okay. Its anger has clearly clouded its ability to actually hit you, and you're using that to dodge around it as it swipes at you. Okay.
In fairness, the shield applies until my next turn, so...
Okay, so bear that in mind, because it may attack you a few more times.
Yeah.
Okay, over to Corin.
So what are your hit points like at the moment, Greenmane?
6.
6. Now, to do Gaby's action first, can I tell Gaby to go fetch Greenmane?
No.
No, because I was going to say, but because Gaby has been trading for a mount, so kind of be like, go pick him up. Get him out of here.
You can try that. You can try that. It'll be an animal handling check. And if you fail, you will lose Gaby's action this turn. But if you succeed, it'll happen.
Yeah. Okay, I will do that just to...
Because you've not trained Gaby for animal rescue operations. And the fetch was very much catching things you've thrown, not people.
Yeah. Well, I could. You said I could also use it for things that had been dropped as well.
Yeah,
by
not
other people to say. Not people. You're right. Okay, that's a 21.
That's a 21. All right. Well, fair enough. Almost instinctively, that bond between you and animal companion, they are a spirit that is bound to you. So you do have this extra bond between them.
Yeah.
Gaby immediately
I'm going to point at
understands.
Greenmane for Gaby and say that's Len, because I'm not going to actually do healing, but kind of be like, that's get him out of here for his
getting
help.
the idea that he's getting the idea that he's got to protect Greenmane and get Greenmane to a place where Greenmane can be healed. So Gaby's gonna run over to Greenmane, which I'll do the movement for, and grab Greenmane with its massive jaws. Lift you
like
up.
a kitten.
In a way like a kitten, but just lift you up and try to move you out of that situation. Now, doing so, it is going to take an attack of opportunity from the owlbear.
He's got more health than Greenmane, so yeah.
But Greenmane won't, because forced movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. That is a 16.
Okay, let's look at Gaby's.
And that's going to be with the claws again. Quick swipe.
Okay, so Gaby's AC is 16.
Okay, so that will hit. Yeah, got to be equal or higher for AC. So that is going to be. Fuck me, that's the first time I've rolled that high. All game. So that is going to be 20 slashing damage.
Shit, to Gaby is a 20, so he's gone down to 0.
Gaby's just hit the deck. Greenmane is... Gaby's not dead,
No.
but Gaby's hit the deck. Down to the ground. Greenmane, you collapse onto the ground as well. I'm going to say that Gaby did manage to swing you away from it, because it is as Gaby leaves the owlbear's reach, so you are going to be in front probably a good 10 feet away, 15 feet away, by the time Gaby goes down. So Gaby's gotten you at least further away, but Gaby has taken a pretty heavy hit there. And
right.
yeah. That's it's over to your actual go, though.
Yes, so Corin's turn. Corin is gonna stand up, obviously. So that is my action, isn't it?
No, it's just half your
the
movement. Yeah.
Oh, it's half my movement.
Yeah,
Okay.
just half your movement.
But still, not being prone is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it too late to try the owlbear phrases again?
You can absolutely try.
I think it's a bit too late at this point.
Yeah. Okay, because the thing is that Corin's scissor attack has never really gotten us really good gains. Actually, in some ways, Corin is just really shit at attacking. Alright, Corin is gonna do a... Buddy's a bit too far out of my range, but I'm gonna do the scissor attack to Babe. It's not gonna go well.
Okay.
Primary attack is a 9, secondary attack is a 23.
Secondary attack hits. So roll damage on that one.
That is a 4.
Okay, so Babe is able to dodge the first one, but the second one is too fast and catches her by surprise. She takes 4 damage. Okay, she's not enraged yet, so she's not attacking you back. And with that, we go to Eao.
Oh, actually, because I'm still allowed to move, aren't I?
Oh,
because with that attack, I'm allowed to retreat back a step, aren't I? Or without taking an...
or is it because you've got any feature that lets you move away after attacking?
Okay, because I was going to say, just because the fact that I'm already aggressively going forward, would I be able to retract without her trying to take a swipe at me?
She's definitely going to try and take a swipe at you. Eao can, because Eao's taken a specific feat that allows you to do that. But yeah.
I'm just gonna stay with her then.
Okay, that sounds good. Over to Eao.
Awesome. Okay, so Eao is going to... Let me get some distances. Eao is going to come over here to the back of this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I can finagle advantage out of this, so...
No. Unless you've got a specific thing. If you were a swashbuckler, it wouldn't matter still, but otherwise, yeah.
But, stabby. That is a 16.
16 hits. So, roll damage.
Only 3 damage.
3 damage is still damage, though. And it rears up, turns around, and goes to strike at you.
It's striking at me?
Yep.
He's frenzied.
Frenzied. He takes a reaction to attack anyone who hits it. Or the nearest person every time it takes damage. That is
It's not even a reaction, because...
No, not a reaction, sorry. That's the wrong word. It's not using its reaction. It is just doing it. That is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Damn these owlbears with their ridiculous +7 to hit. Okay, so that's again the claws. So let's have a look. That's going to be 17 slashing damage as the claw comes back and whacks you.
Oof, that is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But... Sorry, doing math.
Mm-hmm.
That does mean, I believe, I can use my reaction.
Sure, if you've got one for this, yeah.
Yes, I do. I'm going to use with the Moonlit Devil.
Okay. And what happens with the Moonlit Devil? I mean, I know vaguely, but for the purposes of everyone else.
Yes. When I am hit with an attack, or when I am attacked, sorry, I roll my magician's die, which is basically the battle master's die, and add the result to my dexterity acrobatics, contested against the strength of that creature.
Yep. Okay.
If I succeed, if I win that, it makes a successful attack, and we switch places.
Is it contested against athletics or a raw strength one? I forget.
Yours is raw strength against my athletics.
Got you. Okay.
No, my acrobatics. I'm sorry, acrobatics.
That's no problem. Okay, so roll acrobatics. I'll roll raw strength.
Come now, acrobatics. That is a 19.
That's 12 on this side, so you're good.
Yeah. So we switch places.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you want to do that with a larger creature like this.
I will position you. If you go there and they'll go there. I think that makes sense.
Yep, and that counts as a completed attack with my sneak attack bonus.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so that is.
So you've just sort of waltzed round using your fantastic magician's abilities. So because you are a street magician trained, you're very, very good at all sorts of fast and confusing movements, and you're using that to good effect here.
But that is an additional 8 damage.
An additional 8 damage is very good, and is enough to kill it. So as you dance around, you stick the blade in, and it falls to the ground, and whimpering, dies in front of you.
Oh, she's gonna be pissed.
She is not happy. She sends out a mournful wail, and
can Corin also join in with that mournful wail because she didn't want them to die?
Roll me an animal handling check.
Yeah. She just wanted to get out of there until she was back to. She had no other options.
And let me get rid.
I'm sorry. Let
me get rid of this.
I'm sorry. The moment it successfully attacked the green mane, it had no more options.
Yeah. That is a 20.
That is a 20. Okay. So it was going, because it's enraged, it was going to attack you. You being the closest in range. Eao actually now is in range, so it's going to attack Eao instead. But I'm going to say at disadvantage because it's, it's thrown off by that. So that is a 15. And okay. So 15 hits. I think.
No, that's hitting me. Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit! I've rolled the wrong dice.
And I don't have any more reactions to do things with.
So that is going to be 11 slashing damage.
Okay, cool. I'm alive.
Yeah, that was a comparatively lower roll. So could have been worse. Okay. With Eao's go done, we actually go to Babe.
I will say it is not actually my turn done. I still have my bonus action.
Oh, we'll go for it.
In the words of the Roadrunner, beep beep, goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking off out of there. Fair enough. Okay, with that done, it is now Babe's go. Babe is upset, and Babe is going to attack Corin, because Corin is right there. So, firstly, the beak jabbing forwards. That is a 15.
Does not hit. Misses. Winds up with a claw. Okay, that's 25. That's a hit.
Okay, and a second claw coming in as well. I'm just going to roll them at the same time just to make it easier. That is a 9, so that's not going to hit. So just one claw makes it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is
a single claw out of that hand.
Yeah. And it's still there for 12 slashing damage.
Okay, I'm still fine. That takes me down to 8.
Okay, but that's its full go. Like, it was upset. It was really upset there, and it put its full force into you, and you stood up to it. Maybe there is some owlbear blood in you after all. And with Babe's go, we go to Greenmane.
Okay, my question is, did you say that I'm prone due to... David's
Yes,
action?
you are prone. You were basically like slung onto the ground further ahead.
Okay, so does my complete movement is 35 feet. Do I lose 20 or 15 to stand up?
You would
20 probably.
lose 20 because what happens is it's halved and then rounded down for this sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, in that case I'm gonna stand up and then move here, from where I will continue to rain hell upon Babe.
I was going to say, yeah, you've got 10 feet of reach. You're actually in melee range.
Yeah, so I don't think I have any bonus actions that would be helpful here because you already used all my spell slots, so...
All
Oh,
two.
and I healed up some. I forgot about that.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want to die because you forgot about your healing.
That's gonna be 7 points of healing, I think. I forgot that, bud dying heals me. Okay, that's gonna be 15 to hit.
15 to hit does hit. Yeah. Yeah, roll damage.
Excellent. And that is going to be 10 points of damage.
Okay, 10 points of damage. And she's going to rear up and swipe at Corin. She ain't gonna hit
Should
though.
have considered that.
That's a natural one.
Lucky.
Yeah, she's just been stabbed by something weird, so she's a little confused. And just, yeah, complete miss. Okay, Greenman, with you done, we go to Ruz.
Okay, I'm going to move over to here. Even though for some reason it pinged there.
Oh, that's just me moving the...
And I'm just going to over the
For
distance.
some reason it's pinging
just-
every time I click on...
Yeah. I'm just going to whisper over the distance into their ear. You could have saved your partner.
Oh, damn. This is a good use of spell slots. Okay, wisdom save. Let me have a look. Okay. 6. So not saving it this time.
20.
20 psychic damage there as the whispers go through.
That was all 5s.
Oh, very nice. The whispers go through and they cause huge amounts of psychic backlash on Babe. She's very upset and she's gonna take a swing in her anger at the only person.
Also must use their reaction to move at full speed away from me.
Oh, very good. Okay, given your position, that's gonna push her this way. Full speed, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. She is off the screen by 1 square. There you go, 40 there. Oh, I can't push her off screen, but she's 5 feet further in that direction.
Yeah.
And
So
that
that-
is an attack of
I
opportunity if Corin would like to make one.
Also me.
She swiped at me enough. I'm
Yes,
gonna
indeed.
have to.
Yes, Greenman, you can do one as well
So
because your reach is 10 feet, so
Unfortunately, I rolled a 10.
that ain't gonna do it.
I did a 16.
That will. So she hightails it out of there. You flash that sickle.
That's a 4 slashing.
4 slashing. That's good. This is now a bloodied owlbear. It actually was from the Dissonant Whispers. I just forgot to say it. But yeah, no, it's a bloodied owlbear. Not feeling too great about things. Okay, Ruz, is that that's everything from you, I think, and we go to Corin.
Corin's
I'll
gonna
use
do the
my
dick.
bonus
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
to do. Actually, what is the distance on healing word? 60. Let me just alter the distance. I can just do it. I'm gonna do a level 1 healing word just to give Corin just a bit more health.
You just cast a spell already. You can
Ah,
cast one
bonus action.
spell.
You can't
cast one
cast 2
spell.
spells unless one is a cantrip.
That's right. Yes, I got that reversed.
Yeah, it's rarely used rule, but yeah, you can only cast a second spell if it's a cantrip. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, in which case, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay,
You
and we
have
go to
bardic
Corin.
inspirations if you want to give some out.
Corin's gonna longbow attack.
Wait.
Longbow.
Longbow.
Probably should have given one out to Corin there, but
That's only a 7 though.
That is
Because
only a
again,
7.
she is shit with her bow. She's shit with all of her weapons.
Unfortunately, a 7 isn't going to do it.
Let's say that's like a warning attack to say, keep going, girl, babe, keep going.
Doing your best, yeah. Okay. Okay, well, with Corin done, over to Eao.
Alright, Eao is going to move a bit in to reposition.
Okay,
Yeah, that will be good.
very nice.
Actually, I could probably go just a bit for yeah.
Using your
yeah, that's
ability
good.
to get in.
And I'm going to hold my action to attack.
Okay, what's the trigger?
Moving within attacking range.
Okay, so yeah, once it's within range, you're gonna do.
If she comes back,
melee
yeah.
attack. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, right. So that's Eao, and it's now Babe's go, and Babe is gonna turn around because Babe is enraged. So 5 just to get there alone. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40 is going to engage both of you because of rage, so you can use your action to attack.
Hey. Come on, Astral. Load the attack. Load the attack. There we go. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is 11 damage.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
most of that, I will say that this is the 3rd time in a row that for the base damage, not the sneak attack, I have rolled the minimum number.
I do that a lot as a rogue, actually. I don't know why. Astral, I think, hates rogues.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. It's going to strike back at you in anger. And that is
I'm in danger.
a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, this time it is going with... no, it's going to be claws again, I think. Claws make more sense for a quick strike. That was lucky for you. That's going to be 11 slashing damage.
It doesn't matter what it is, I'm down.
Okay, she's now got her own actual actions, which she's going to use on the other threat, which is Corin. Because she ran in, and now she can attack. The first one is a 21, and that is the beak.
That is definitely a hit.
Yeah, and that is going to be... just seeing if that's a 6 or a 9. Okay, yeah. So that is going to be 11 damage.
I'm down.
Okay. She can't use her movement to go any further. So she's going to slash at Corin. She gets advantage, which is good, because that was a and that's a natural 20. You have taken 2 failed death saves. The second strike is going against Eao, and that's going to be with advantage. Okay, you take 2 failed death saves. It actually doesn't matter. Anytime you hit, it's a crit. But that's her movement. And we go to Greenmane. Greenmane, you have 2 downed people who might die if they fail a single death saving throw.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I am going to move over here, and I'm going to cast Lightning Lure on the fucker.
Ooh.
Wait, I think I can get a little further, so I'll pull her towards me.
Okay, is there a save on that?
Yes, it's going to be a strength saving throw.
Okay, she's pretty strong. She's not that strong.
I'm pretty.
I'm assuming a 9
I'm
doesn't
pretty.
do it.
Nope.
That's with a +5, I might add. Okay, so she's pulled towards you.
Yes, 10 feet towards me,
10
and
feet
then
towards
she
you.
takes 8 points of lightning damage.
8 points of lightning. That's enough to kill her. The lure wraps around her, pulls the entire owlbear towards you, and electrifies her, and she goes and collapses to the ground.
And
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna rush to the others to try and save them.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
Go to Corin first.
No, let's not.
Yeah.
I see. I
Corin's
thought you
closer
meant
to me.
go to Corin in the initiative. I was going to say, let's not.
No. I'm saying like if you could go for someone, go for Karin.
Okay. So give me a medicine check, please, Green Mane. Unless have you got a healer's kit?
No, I do not. But that is going to be a 10, I think. Yeah.
10's enough. Stabilized. It's literally just a 10 that you need. Ruz,
Yeah.
over to you. You're next in the initiative.
Horsecock.
Thank you.
Be horse talking.
Anyway,
I assume you're horse cocking Eao, which is the weirdest phrase I've said
definitely.
in a while, I think. Okay, Eao, you're back to your feet as well. You've received healing word.
About how much?
Rolling that for you now. That is 7.
Okay, Corin's not going to be back up for a little bit. Corin is not going to be back up for 1 hour.
Yeah.
How
I'm
far
gonna,
are we
I'm gonna
into
help
the
Gaby
day?
up as well. Well, let's stabilize Gaby.
Am I allowed to cast a spell even though I'm not really up? Because I'd be like,
No,
that's
you're
Len.
you're entirely unconscious, unfortunately.
It'll just be like slightly murmuring, like
Yeah.
nothing happened.
To
though.
answer your question, Ruse, you are at the end of the day because you were pushing on for one extra
that's right, yeah.
extra push just before the end of the day because everything had gone so well.
Plus it was like an
Yes, that
exhaustion
fight just took a fair while to get through, so I kind of lost where we were.
that was easily like an hour and a half ago, in real time.
Yeah.
But what that does mean is you could camp out here if you wanted.
Find the safe fish base
Yeah.
and have a camp.
Importantly,
Why not go with that tree?
Gaby has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
But with your ability, because you're using the modern Tasha's Beastmaster, what you can do is as a short rest, so it literally only takes an hour, you can summon Gaby back in whatever form you choose, although I would say you'd have to have tamed an animal first to have a bond with it, so it will be giant hyena again. Which would probably make sense because Gaby has the +1 to AC from the barding it's currently wearing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got
Although it does say that if it can fit another creature is the oh no, so that would be if it actually turned into an owlbear. I'd have to go see a smith to resize
you need
it.
to see a smith to resize it, but it is the same size, so it can be adjusted. But yeah, if you need to do that. Yes, Green Man.
I am a smith.
Yes, you are a smith.
Oh.
That's a good point. But you would need to spend some time doing that. But it can be done. So if you do,
Could I cosmetically say that Gaby now has a couple of feathers from the experience of the owlbear?
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
rules,
just
rules is
cosmetically,
written.
though.
You,
No.
you can just straight up, I believe, choose owlbear, but I would like you to have tamed one first. I'd like you to have earned it because the stats don't change, but you know, it's a bit more.
But I'm just going to
more
say that what's it called? The experience has altered the appearance of Gaby in the sense that it's now in my mind
That's
a
fine.
bit more.
That works for me because Gaby's not actually a giant hyena. Gaby is a woodland spirit that takes the form of it, so that works fine for me. Gaby will be back by the end of your long rest because you've got to take an hour to come back to consciousness. Then it'll just take an hour to bring Gaby back. So at the end of the first watch, basically, because each watch is 2 hours long, at the end of the first watch, Gaby will be back, full health as if they'd never left. So that's fine. But we are going to stop here, because this is, I think, a pretty good stopping point, and it's almost 11 p.m. over here. So I will let you know, though, experience. So for that, you got a total of 1,400 for the 2 owlbears. So divide that by 4, which I believe is
350.
Yeah. So add that on as well. And yeah, that was really good fun. So I'm just going to go and say goodnight to everyone watching the stream, and I'll be back with you in a sec to chat about anything we need to chat about or want to.
Goodbye, chat.
And I'll see you in a bit.
Bye, chat.
Bye. Okay.